Hey, what's up, Michael? How you doing?
Good. How you doing, Gabe?
Good, good, good. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining us on this Saturday on another episode of Collection Wars.
Yes. How's it going, everybody? Thanks
Got
for your Saturday.
Juan. What's up, Juan? How you doing?
Hey, Juan.
Jose, what's up? Chris, what up, Sean? How you doing?
Hey, Sean.
Armando, Eben the Collector is in the house.
Hey,
What's
Evan.
up? Got Jason. What's up, Jason? Got Scott. What's up, Scott? McFly.
Hey,
McFry.
uh,
Kelvin. What's up, Kelvin? John. What's up? Sean Solo. We got Big Cat Pete in the house.
what's
What's
up,
up,
Pete?
Pete?
Vodka sauce. That's right.
Vodka sauce.
Yeah, that's going to
Yeah.
be part of our recipe for
Oh,
the.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what he's talking about.
That's what he's talking
Awesome, man.
about. Yeah.
We got we got
I am on the throne, motherfucker.
yeah.
Uh,
We
yeah.
got Lee, little Lee. Cool,
You know why
man.
they call him Little Lee, right?
Huh?
You know why it's Little Lee, right?
I know why.
Yeah, we can't really talk about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Has nothing to do with the size of
Oh,
the.
yeah, it has everything to do with this.
Oh, that does. I mean, you roomed with them. Were you rooming with them last
No,
night?
no,
Oh
no,
no, all right.
no.
Armando, what's up?
Let me
Has a
leave.
more comfortable chair for tonight. He definitely. Yep.
Yeah, I'm usually in a very uncomfortable chair in the
Yeah.
first place, but yeah.
We got Matt. What's up, Matt? How you doing? We got Chris. We got Coy. What's up? People are starting to trickle in.
Yeah, very cool,
So
very cool.
so what's up, Michael?
Hey,
You
not much at all, man. It was a beautiful day. I was out
yeah,
cleaning the vehicles, and
nice.
it was just a really beautiful day in Texas today, and just got
Yeah.
back from dinner with the family, and thought I'd change up my background. If you haven't
Yeah.
seen it before, this is vintage Kenner Indiana Jones
Yeah.
um,
I like those, man.
figures. They did come out with a lot of them, and I
Yeah.
love that set. God, it's just really, really cool vintage stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You
man,
also
how are you doing, Gabe?
good, man. We're just here with the family today, just kind of relaxing. No big plans for the weekend, which is nice. So,
Uh, Thanks.
um, didn't you? So, Michael, you just got something in too right now that you're showing me. Do you want to
Yeah,
show them or
yeah.
no?
So I've been. This has been a good week for studio scale.
No.
I've gotten a bunch of Battlestar Galactica models. I got the shuttle and a flat top background ragtag ship. But yeah, I've got a limited run of studio scale Return of the Jedi Death Star turret. This is really really cool
That's
piece.
awesome, man.
Yeah, built by the man Jason Eaton.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really really cool. This thing was
Really?
cast as the original,
No.
and he made a very small run of these
Yeah.
for a few collectors out there. But yeah, it's a
Nice.
badass. It's pretty little. It's not even. I'd say maybe 4 inches tall, maybe 4.5 to right under 5 inches tall.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Small. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
And then received finally after almost 7 months, I got from Phil the Empire version Yoda.
The Yoda. Yeah. Did you already open it up? You take a look at
I
it?
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, I just got to figure out how we're going to do a diorama with it, how big or small.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. And I've been getting a lot of the pictures of the Wampa, and it's looking freaking
Yeah.
fantastic.
Can I show some of those, Michael? Or what?
Yeah, I mean, we've been carrying them along the whole ride anyway. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, we're working on the sculpt of the face right now, and
Look
just
at
the
how,
details of the tongue and the horns, and
dude, this is crazy huge, man.
yeah, he worked all week on the yeah. Look at that thing.
That's insane, man.
He stands at that's 9.5 feet tall.
Jeez. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's killing it. I was talking to Lee, I think it was
Mhm.
earlier today, or somebody, I can't remember who it was, and the thing is, what he's done with this thing is it's legit. I mean, it's a lot of the details that you're seeing in these pictures, you're not going to
Mhm.
see because all the fur is going to be
Right.
covered.
All the fur is going to be
Yeah,
covering it up.
you barely even see the horns actually, and
Yeah.
but you're gonna. It's really really cool how he's making it right out of the film. It's
Yeah.
really it's hard to tell that with that face sculpt,
Yeah.
but it's absolutely on point.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
And we got Sean. What's up, Sean? How you doing, bro?
Hey man, how are you, Sean? My
Well,
boy
man.
Joel. Hey Joel, how you doing, man?
Yeah, yeah. Joel, what's up, Joel? Um, so we got some other cool little news, right? Like the t-shirts are up kind of. I guess this is we're gonna try out this company, and essentially we're gonna see how this first run of like just t-shirts and all the coffee mugs and all that, how that run works. And if it works out, then we'll start uploading the other ones.
Yeah,
Right, because I know, Michael, you were going to work on some for celebration, or
right.
maybe,
Yeah, for a lot of the guys, but
right,
I'm
but
gonna
only
thank
for
you.
people there, right?
That's correct. Yes, but
Yeah.
thank you, Gabe, for taking your Saturday and putting that store together. I know it takes a little time, and thank you for putting that together for everybody.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course, man.
Yeah.
Got
Hey, Jeff. What's up, Jeff? Haven't talked to you in a while, man. Hope you're well.
Hey, Sean's asking what's the face made out of?
So he starts it out with foam and then resin cat. I mean, it's
Okay.
crazy because the one he initially did for Lucasfilm,
Mhm.
I thought he was using the same cast, but because this is a lot larger, it's completely redone.
What's up, PJ?
So yeah, so he just does it out of
Nice.
plaster and clay and
That's
resin.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, can I show the other one? No, I don't know
Which one?
the Lucasfilm one or no.
Yeah, you can. You can show the face. If you do, you have the close up of the face I sent you.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Because I sent you just the head sculpt, right?
yeah.
So show the head sculpt, and then you can show the. So
Well, I'll show the Lucasfilm one, right? Which is
yeah,
this one, right?
yeah. So the same guy that did this is doing mine.
And then let me pull up the face sculpt.
It's crazy when you look at the nose and everything. You can see it, but right now he looks like an albino Shrek.
Oh yeah, yeah. He kind of does. I
Yeah,
got it. Oh man, hold on. I got it. I found it. I found
yeah.
it.
Right. It's hard to
Yeah,
tell you that's a wampa.
I know.
Yeah, he's what's really kick ass is he's getting ready to start applying after. Of course, he's going to paint and stuff.
Hmm.
It's cool when it's a lot of hair to apply. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep. There's the horns. I told him to go ahead and break one of them, the horns.
So it
Make it,
looks.
yeah, break it kind of like one of the
Yeah.
tautines.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
though with when the hair is on there, if you looked at the other one, you can see that you barely see the horns, anyways. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but this thing, it's I just can't believe my vision of this. Seeing that beautiful little statue that Dan and his friend put together, and
Yeah.
then making this thing, life size and real,
Kind
and it's going to be
of.
right out of the movie, a scene right out of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Never ever shot, so it's going to be pretty cool.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
So
I
and
think
then
we can have it at Celebration, but yeah.
studio scale, you said you got a couple other little studio
Yeah,
scale.
yeah. So I got the Battlestar
Mhm.
Galactica shuttle, space shuttle. I don't know if I sent that over to you, and then flat top ship. So
No.
sucks because the shuttle. So the shuttle from Battlestar Galactica was also used in Buck Rogers, which is pretty cool.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy. Well, guys, we have a very, very cool interview for you guys today.
Yes.
So Sienna, Michael, you want to kind of give us just a little background and kind of how you
Yeah,
ended
yeah.
up
So Sierra
creating
was
the
is
company.
a partner with Colin Cantwell. Everybody knows Colin, and if you don't know Colin, he was one of the pioneers for kit bashing. He was actually known the original kit basher, and he was originally hired by George Lucas in the early sketchings and building of the studio models that were to be used in the film, and some of them made it in the film actually. And I'll tell you what, Sierra's a really really classy lady, and it's good that we're keeping the legacy alive through collection wars on some of
Mhm.
Colin's stuff because, you know, I honestly, my humble opinion, I don't think he has been given the credit that he's deserved. Honestly, I
Yeah.
think that it's crazy when you know the details in the background of this is a guy that was definitely ahead of his time. You agree, Gabe?
Oh, 100%. And not just in Star Wars, but just in
No.
so much more.
Yeah,
And you guys
absolutely.
will hear about that
Yeah.
shortly. But
Yeah, and
yeah.
it's we've had hours of conversations, Sierra and I, and
Mhm.
and we have something that we're going to share at the end of the show of some original prints that
Yeah.
haven't been released out there that you may get the opportunity to purchase
Yeah.
after seeing this on Collection Wars. So
Yeah. Yeah. And it's something, right? These, like, there's nobody has these. And in fact, rarely any people have seen these prints, right?
that is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're rare. The thing is just it'll be discussed in the interview, but just so people know that if when you buy prints
Hmm.
a lot of time offline,
Yeah.
the difference between a lot of Collins prints is that it's a to and from. So all of the original prints from the Cantwell collection original,
Hmm.
he always did a to and a from, just because there's a lot of people out there that are you know
Yeah.
copying, and it's pretty crappy that goes on, because
Yeah.
these people have to make a living too, and that's
Yeah.
their work. That
Yeah.
was Colin's hard work, and so yeah, some of these original prints that are going to be up for grabs, it doesn't
Mhm.
have a to and a from. They're all original, and there's quite a few of them in the
Yeah.
package, and we'll let you guys know how to go down and look at those. So,
Yeah. Yeah. And now after the interview, obviously we're still gonna be here. We're gonna be watching the interview with you guys.
yep.
And then we'll jump back on. We'll talk about everything that was going on with with like the t-shirts and stuff for that we're gonna they're already live. It's already, you could already order them.
Mhm.
But we'll talk a little bit about that and
Yeah.
just kind of a little update about celebration and everything. And yeah, just kind of we'll talk Star Wars and
Yeah.
collectibles and stuff. Yeah. Yeah,
Look.
I'm working on a little project too. I'll share it with you guys when we come back.
Yeah. Look forward to it. That sounds good, man.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, Michael, should we play the interview?
Yeah, let's kick it. It's not a real long interview, so but it was an awesome interview, and I was so excited to
Yeah.
see some of the stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's show everybody. Thanks
Let
for tuning in, guys, and we'll talk to you guys shortly here.
Yeah, let's watch it.
Yeah. Hey, Sierra.
Hey there.
Hey,
Hey,
Gabe.
Sam, how are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you guys?
Good. It's great to finally have you on the show, Sierra.
Oh, it's nice being here. Appreciate it.
Yeah, good deal. A lot to talk about, Gabe. Really cool. I've been kind of geeking out for a while. Me and Sierra have been in touch for quite a while now, going back and forth and trying to get the schedules to click. And finally, here she is. And before we get started on the show, I'd just like to say, Sierra, first off, thank you for your time. But most importantly, I wanted to just ask you real quick, how is Colin doing right now?
He has Alzheimer's, and he is struggling with some things and slowly getting worse. But the guy is the most positive person I've ever known in my entire life. Every morning he gets up and he says hello. And gets out of bed and gets up early, 7:30, and you know, he looks forward to life. We go traveling, and he looks at scenery, and it's like, wow, wow. So there's a huge part of Collins still there.
That's awesome. Well, he's certainly still living the life, and he has lived the life. That's for sure. What a history he's got.
He does. He's amazing.
Yeah.
Accomplished more than most people would ever imagine.
Yes.
And Sierra, actually, I mean, speaking of, could you kind of give us a little bit of just kind of history about Colin and how, even just maybe from his childhood and kind of how he got into what he does?
Yes, Colin has always been very interesting, to say the least. And when he was in first grade, he decided he wanted to read the library, the first grade library, which he finished in short order. Then he asked the teacher, is it okay if I read the second grade library? And they, said, go ahead. And by the end of the first half of the first year, he had read the entire school library. So then he started in on the public library. So Colin's, always been interested in learning and intellectual. When he was in college, UCLA, was a he was interested in animation and in a lot of things, engineering, animation. Took multiple majors, and he was actually the first animation graduate because he was the one that suggested the animation major from the school. So he was the first graduate there. One thing a lot of people don't know was when he was in college, he listened to a Buckminster Fuller seminar. Are you familiar with Bucky Fuller? Anybody?
I'm not.
Bucky Fuller is a very famous physicist years ago, and he gave a seminar at UCLA, and Colin took off 3 days to determine what Bucky Fuller had missed. So he came up with his own theories on that, and he'd been working on quantum physics for years, and we've had many margaritas at the Rio Grande with me hearing more about quantum physics than I ever wanted to know.
That's awesome.
So he's always interested in kind of these topics, right? With obviously very related to sci-fi.
Yes, no, he's interested in space. He's always been interested in space, going along with that whole concept. And so he got involved in that, and he started working his first interest was working with Frank Lloyd Wright as an architect. That's what he really wanted to do. So he went to Taliesin with his drawings and showed Frank Lloyd Wright. He was invited in after waiting about 3 days and interacting with the other students there. And finally, Wright invited him in, and he took a look at Colin's drawings. And he said to Colin, we'll go back and get your tuition. And Colin said, well, isn't there a waiting list? And Wright said, well, not for you. So Colin went back, and he was gathering his tuition. And at that time, Wright died. And so he never really got into it. But that was the beginning of many different variations of his career, working for NASA and just, a whole range of different topics.
How did it come about, Sierra? Can you bring us to the point to where he was to eventually meet up with George Lucas and be hired on? Did he do, because that part of it I'm not real familiar with, was he doing models for other companies before he met up with Lucas and Lucasfilm to get started creating the Star Wars prototype models, or had he already been dabbling in that before?
Well, he worked on 2001 Space Odyssey.
Okay.
In 1968. And he worked with Kubrick at nighttime. And the two of them had turkey sandwiches, and Colin was in charge of doing the space scenes for the movie. Actually, they invited him in when the movie was, quite a ways in, and they didn't have the space scenes done, and they were under a time constraint. And so Colin came in, and he was working on that, and he actually collaborated right with Kubrick at night on the scenes. He also is responsible for the famous music that you still hear, the da 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 da, which I can't sing, but you get the idea.
So cool.
You still hear on television every time there's a drama that they want to emphasize. That's why you hear it, is because of Colin. He suggested that to Kubrick. Kubrick had fired his fifth composer and didn't know what to do, and Colin had been thinking about the music all that time, and so he suggested that. And then from there, he worked. He worked with NASA on and off. And then in 1969, he sat behind Walter Cronkite on the first moon landing. And he was the conduit between NASA and the astronauts. And he was telling Walter what to say on television. So everything you heard on television was what Colin was saying to Walter. And the interesting thing about that is that Colin was listening to what they were saying, not just following the flight plan. And the other two stations were following the flight plan. And so Colin told Walter that they hadn't landed. In the other two stations, according to the timeline, they should have landed. And so Colin was saying to Walter, they haven't, and the station manager yelling in his ear, you'll never work again the rest of your life, because he was disagreeing. But Walter went along with Colin, and it turned out that they hadn't landed, because he was waiting for the words of it was 30 and 15. And what that meant, it was actually literally 15 seconds that they had left. If they didn't land, they couldn't have gotten back up again.
Wow.
So it was that tight, but he was right and everybody else is wrong. So the station manager is yelling, we won, we won. So moving forward on to that, with a NASA background, working on various projects, Colin was introduced to George Lucas by his friend Hal Barwood, who was working on American Graffiti with George and knew Colin quite well. And when the Star Wars came along, he thought Colin would be a good fit. And in the meantime, Colin decided he wanted to show George what he could do. And Colin's the kind of person that he likes to present something that people can't unthink. And that's the way he approaches things. So he creates something that when he shows it to somebody, they're not going to just dismiss it. They have to, it's like it's going to be something that they have to use. And so he created these two kit-bashed ships. Kit bashing is where you're taking ships apart in multiple, taking other kinds of models apart and cataloging the pieces in drawers. And we had in our basement I would say 4 foot wide, 6 foot to 7 foot tall, 4-sided, rotating, I don't even know what you call it, sets of tiny, tiny drawers, hundreds of them,
With parts.
that Colin had brought with him. And he took pieces from all of these and created the ships that he wanted to show George. Yeah. And when George started looking at these ships, he decided he would, wanted to hire Colin, considering his background already. So that's basically how he got started in Star Wars.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah. So Sierra, I've told you a little bit about Collection Wars and me personally when it comes to studio scale models, and I love studio scale models, and our viewers are always. A lot of people have been absolutely. If Gabe will tell you, they have been influenced by some of the things that we've shown when it comes to studio scale models. I've never put myself out there to know a whole lot about modeling. I like to collect them, and I have a good collection of studio models. But a lot of people don't know, because I've tried on my personal video to talk about kit bashing. And what's so awesome is, it was Colin who was the first original kit basher.
He was the original
kit bash models. And it's funny because now, Sierra, there's so many people out on the forums that are just back and forth on just that, the kit bashing. And it's so awesome to have this, recorded and in the log now, because it's so important in history and what it did for film. I mean, what Colin originally did and kit bash these things from nothing was just absolutely amazing. And it's just a really, really cool thing. And it's sad because it's kind of gone away, obviously, but yet it's still there. People like me trying to keep it going,
There's a lot of model makers out there, a lot of modeling clubs.
Absolutely.
And we've made quite a few friends through that, and they're still following what Colin did, and some of them are doing it with serious intent, where they're actually finding the original pieces that Colin used. He didn't just when he built the models. Okay, so backing up, Lucas was looking for a studio to work in, and while he was looking for a studio, Colin was designing the first concept art for the movie, for the ships and the X-wing and the Star Destroyer and such. So while he was doing that, Lucas was looking for a studio to work in, and he was completing the concepts. But then after he built the concepts, and he actually built the first models for the movie in about 1975. And Colin was actually probably the first employee of the company, ILM. Well, it wasn't ILM at that time. It was Lucas. Yeah. So
that's crazy cool. And that's cool.
That is so cool. And we have some pictures too that we're going to show, obviously, of all this, and I can't wait to share with our viewers.
It's exciting. Exciting.
It's crazy cool. So then he started. He designed. Can you kind of list which designs, which iconic designs that he was essentially created for Star Wars?
Well, there's the first ship he designed was the X-wing. And it took him about 3 days of thinking before he finally came up with that idea. And a lot of it had to do with darts being thrown in a pub in England. And that kind of came
Yeah.
back to him as an idea for a ship design. So that was the first one. And I don't know about the second and third. When you show the pictures, I'll explain a little bit more about it.
Okay.
But he designed the X-wing, the Y-wing, the first Millennium Falcon, which has got its story all by itself, which I will talk about when you see the pictures.
Yeah, it's a good story
The
too.
Death Star has its own that we have to talk about, the Death Star and its trench and how that got started. It's
I'm excited. Let's go.
iconic.
Well, how about let's jump into those pictures.
Let's go.
Okay, that sounds good.
To get into those.
There's
There's
Colin.
Colin
Here's-
in his famous hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always, every time I've had the pleasure of meeting up with him, he's got that hat on.
Yeah, and that was my hat. I gave it to him.
That's
Oh.
awesome.
See, that's wow. Did not know that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And here you two are.
Yeah, we did a lot of traveling. We traveled the world. We had a lot of fun. Comic cons over in Greece and up in Canada, in
Yeah.
Mexico, and all over the United States.
And Sierra, just briefly, how did you guys meet? Like, how did you become?
Oh, that's another interesting story. We met in Boulder, and I was doing interviews at the time of successful people at a coffee shop, and I used to go there every morning. And here's a strange-looking guy sitting in the middle of the coffee shop at the same table every day, with long silver hair down the middle of his back, wearing these weird-looking Lycra clothes, which I'd never seen before. And I thought, well, he's certainly unusual. So a fellow sitting next to me one time went up and he went and talked to Colin and came back and sat next to me. And I said, well, gosh, who is that guy? And he said, well, that's Colin Cantwell. And he had something to do with Star Wars. And I thought, well, maybe it's somebody I should interview, because that was a whole series of tapes that I was putting together at the time. So I went over to Colin one day, about a month later, and I said, are you Colin Cantwell? And he said, yeah, what do you want? I said, well, maybe this isn't a good time. And he said, oh, no, come on, sit down. So I sat down next to him. We started talking, and literally within about 10 minutes, we each had tears running down our faces.
Wow.
And
Awesome.
it was such an intense connection that neither one of us could quite understand what it was. I mean, it was just intense. And so 6 weeks later, we ended up living together, and 24 years later, here we are.
That's so awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a great.
Nobody thought we'd be together this long.
Oh. And obviously, I mean, we're gonna talk about him, but I want to know a little bit about you, because you're a rock.
She's
I
crazy.
am.
She's crazy,
Yeah.
dude. She's
At
crazy.
least I hope I'm still a rock climber. I haven't been able to climb for a couple of years here, seriously, but that was my 70th birthday. So,
Congratulations on that too. Yeah, Gabe, we were chatting on the phone the other day, and she's telling me about her that here pretty quick here that she's going to be going and doing it again. And
Wow.
God bless you. I mean,
yeah, well, I'm 77 now, and I still plan on climbing. I signed up for the rock club here, but I need to get outdoors. But with COVID, I've been hesitant to,
you look great.
get into a climbing situation with a lot of other people around. So we've been traveling so much in the last few years. I mean, like all the time. And it's hard to have a climbing partner when you say, well, I mean, see you once every 3 months.
Can Colin mountain climb?
He went climbing with me one time, and he did quite well in a 5.6, which is it's an easy climb, but for somebody who was 68 at the time, he did very well. But he decided he didn't want to get into it because he liked it too much. He didn't want to take it away from his thinking and his work, so he thought he'd get too involved, so he didn't. But we've traveled a lot and camped all over the place, all over the country, really. We've been camping, and on our trips, we would schedule a trip so that we go to a comic book store in a national park, and then another comic book store in a national park, in a comic book store in a national park, or an ocean view, or something in between. So we've had quite a few adventures over the years.
I mean, that sounds like a great vacation in my opinion. So comic books.
Yeah, it's sort of a paid vacation, but it was great. Yeah, we did fine. We met wonderful people. It was a lot of fun.
Sounds like it. That's awesome.
Now, Sierra, what are we seeing here?
Oh, that's the house that Colin designed to show Frank Lloyd Wright. And that was, back in the 50s, I think. that he did that, and that was his concept of a house. It was a house on a lake, and unusual. You can see it's kind of got stanchions underneath it rather than just sitting on flat ground.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's sweet looking.
Now what
Definitely
is,
ahead of his time.
yeah.
Colin, when he was working with Kubrick, created or kept two books. And this one, there's two of them, and one of them has about 60 some pages of notes that Kubrick had sent to the staff on type notes. And we're actually going to sell this and a couple of items coming up here at auction on July 18th, I think it is, at the Heritage Auction. So we've had them sitting in drawers for as long as I've known Colin. It's like, why are we keeping these?
Yeah.
What are we going to do with them? We might as well let somebody else enjoy them. It is a 2001 Space Odyssey fan.
Wow.
Oh, that's
That's,
really cool.
that's a piece of history. So I mean, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, Lucas was very much inspired by Space Odyssey, actually.
And well, that might have been one of the reasons he was interested in hiring Colin.
Yeah, makes
So
sense.
this is the flight plan that Colin used during the moon landing, Apollo 11 moon landing. And this is the cover of this is the interesting part about this, and I don't have a picture of the cover, but the cover has the word HAL on it. And if you listen to Walter Cronkite's presentation on television, I remember it live actually, and he said, "Isn't this interesting? Our HAL 9000 computer has them not landed while the other stations have them landed." I remember him saying that on television, and so this he was HAL, and so the cover of this book has the word HAL on it.
Oh, that's funny.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
It is. It's
I,
very
wa-
cool.
I wonder how Colin reacted to it. A lot of people were saying that it was a hoax, and you still today it's discussed that it never really happened. And I was like, really? They said that they made sets. They even made a movie about it.
They one of his friends made a picture of them landing on the moon. Was I can't remember what they had in it, but it was something from modern day sitting in the. So
Yeah.
I'm sure that's how it got started.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
And this is also going to be at auction.
Wow. See, another piece of history, really.
Yeah.
It is a piece of history. Well, Colin's he's had a lot of history.
Yeah.
So he worked with Spielberg on Close Encounters of a Third Kind.
Jeez.
And that is a whole story in itself. They were trying to, and I may not have this exactly right, but it's pretty close. Spielberg wanted to have the lights in the spaceship be computer graphics. And so Colin was in charge of that. And he was working with this company that had done some work for the government. And they had created some kind of a piece of equipment that would allow that. But it was so cutting edge and so early that the only way they could do that was they had all these cooling towers for these computers that they were using. So they tried it for days and finally came up with one frame. And so the company said, if you don't tell anybody, we won't charge you. So, but anyhow, this is a picture Colin drew of Devil's Tower with the equipment in front of it.
Wow, that's so cool.
And this is the third thing that's going to be auctioned as well.
Golly, I like that piece there.
Yeah.
I
know,
Yeah,
right?
it's a pencil drawing or pen probably on paper.
And you said that's going to be in the Heritage Auction.
Heritage Auction on June 18th, I believe it is.
Okay. Man,
18th, 19th, somewhere in that time frame.
that's so cool. Now, what are we seeing here?
Okay, so this is working. One of the other things Colin did was he designed the first IMAX theater, the Fleet Space Theater, I believe is what it's called. And this is what he was working on, is all the different Earth and Mars and all these different planets as a part of the presentation. He designed the theater. He also programmed and designed the movie that they play at that theater. So that's one of the things that he, one of the earlier things he worked on, and one of the reasons he got hired with Kubrick or with Lucas.
Wow.
Oh, so that was way back when, huh?
It was way back when, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And it's amazing.
Reuben A. Fleet, I think it is. What is it? Space Theater?
Yeah.
Space. Yeah,
I'm
theater.
in San Diego. I'm like, I think, right? I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
in San Diego. So that's why I was like, that sounds like it's in Balboa
It's
Park.
in San Diego, right? And that, that was the beginning of the IMAX theaters. It was called OmniMax at that time.
Oh, wow. Well, now I get to go when I take my kids to Balboa Park. I'm going to take them, be like, hey, look, give them some
Yeah.
history.
That's really, really
Exactly, and that was the first type of theater of that kind, with it being sort of a round type theater in the round rather than just on a screen.
Yeah. And now, I mean, obviously with, all the theaters now are running IMAX, and that's amazing. Now, what is this?
That's another story. So when he was working for NASA, the Mariner 9 was flying to Mars and taking pictures of Mars, and they took them in stereo so that you could get a topography out of it. And so they had two cameras, and like I said, the photos were stereo photos. So National Geographic had a cover showing what they thought the Mars topography was going to look like. The only problem was it was upside down. So they had the highs as the lows and the lows as the highs. So Colin decided to do a relief map of Mars. And so that's what this is. He did it the right way, the right side up.
That's so
Oh,
crazy.
wow.
Jeez, man. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah. There's a whole lot of other stories, but we're hitting just some of the ones people might relate to a little bit more.
Yes, for sure. For sure.
So in our basement, we had a model of the stage for war games.
I was going to say.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's what that is. Colin designed the set for war games. He programmed and designed all the different, computers and the computer screens for the war room. That was all his work, for all the small screens in front of all the guys. He did all the programming for all of that. And he actually had the projection outlined. And this was another scenario where Colin came up with something that people couldn't unthink. So he came up with the plan on how it should work, and then he presented it to them, and they went with it. Now, the interesting thing about the screens is that they actually had a doctor on set for Colin, because literally if he hadn't finished it, the movie wouldn't have been done, because he was the only person that had the capability at that time of doing the cutting edge programming on the screens.
Jeez.
Wow.
I love that. I love that movie too. That's one of my comfort movies.
Isn't it fun? It's so
Yeah.
much fun. It's
Absolutely.
just enjoyable to
Yeah.
watch.
That's another thing I did not know about. That's crazy.
So then we start getting into Star Wars a little bit, right?
Well, this is Colin's book. He actually wrote two books. And when we first met, he had them in rough format. Well, when we started going to Comic-Cons, he had this in rough format, and I helped him finish up the book and split it in half. The first book is it's a space adventure type book, and it's great fun. It's kind of old time, more than modern, but real good character development and a lot of fun, different types of characters, and it's a good read. But you have to read book 1 and 2, because book 1 kind of leaves you out in space, literally, so that you want to hear what happened. So
Yes.
It was really hard to split it, because otherwise it would have been this ginormous one book. So we kind of split it in half. But that's Core Fighters. It's on Amazon. But be careful where you buy it on Amazon, because if it doesn't say independently published, then it is published by somebody else who's collecting fees from Colin's book without paying us. So Amazon is the only place that is legitimately where you can buy this book as an independently published book.
That's good to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then here we go.
There you go. So that is Colin working on Little Y-Wing. And you asked me before, what are some of the types of models that Colin worked on, the different ships. Well, just about everything that flew in that first movie was Colin. And we can go through some of these pictures and I can explain a little bit more about them
Now,
as you're looking at them. But that's George Lucas on the right and Colin obviously in the middle.
And he's holding the head of the Y-wing. I guess that's like gold right there. It's like, I want that. Oh
so
my
Sarah,
God.
before we get into the pictures,
Yeah, yeah.
do you have any kind of little thoughts about like what Colin kind of thought, like his impressions of George Lucas early on when he first met him?
Well, Colin, what do I say? People recognized Colin's abilities and his genius. So he worked really well with people like even Kubrick, who has a reputation for being difficult, and he worked really well with Lucas. And actually, he didn't work too much with either with Lucas at all in the beginning because Lucas was looking for a studio and Colin's on his own designing ships.
Mm-hmm.
So there wasn't much collaboration. I mean, he would call him and talk to him, but he didn't actually. He wasn't controlled by. Well, that's not the right word. He wasn't directed by Lucas. Lucas he knew what he wanted in the way of different kinds of ships from the script, and that's what he created. But his idea on designing the ships was he wanted them to be like people, so they all had personalities. So there's good guy ships and there's bad guy ships, and they had to act and look and feel like the roles that they were in. So he considered them more as part of the cast rather than mechanical.
And he accomplished that, really. I mean, because some of these ships are just so iconic that they do have a life of their own in the movies. It's insane.
They do, and they've lived. I mean, look at even now. I mean, they're still flying. You see his ships in the different movies.
Yeah.
That was the very first concept of an X-wing.
Mhm.
That was the very first thing he ever drew. And these are all pencils on dark paper. And we sold those at auction back in 2014.
Okay.
The originals, but we have copies of these right now. All of these different ships we have copies of for people to buy if they're interested.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gabe, it's kind of funny because what you just asked about what it was like with George Lucas,
Mhm.
We've been fortunate enough to talk to people that still work with ILM or ex-ILMers, and they have a lot of the same story about how Lucas, he would just very rarely come in and be involved in that. It's crazy for somebody like Lucas. He was really good at letting everybody do. He wasn't holding it all in. It's crazy how he just trusted in everybody around him, and that's what made it what it is.
Yeah, we went out to ILM a couple of years ago before the COVID hit and met with some of the folks out there, and they really had high regard for Colin and his ships,
Yes.
and kind of held him as the gold standard for cutting edge on
Yes.
design.
Yeah, I know. Steve Golly, he's one of the early '70s model makers for the new improved, the improved change that Lucas they did with the red leaders, and I remember talking to him about Colin and the respect that he had for him, and the inspiration. It's crazy.
Well, I mean, even just recently, right? Some of these the newer generation of model makers that are working with Lucasfilm are like Jason Eaton, right?
Yes.
We have Jason Eaton on the show, and he holds Colin. I mean, obviously as the gold standard. I think we even shared a picture of him meeting Colin, and he was just so thrilled to actually show him one of his models, and
Sierra,
no,
you've met him.
Jason's a good guy. We've certainly met him a few times at different shows, and yeah, he's a great guy.
Man, well, here's some of Jason's work of Colin's.
Yeah.
Let's go back to that other picture. That's worth looking at.
This one.
Yeah, this is actually the first fight scene for the movie.
Oh, wow.
And you can't see it very well, but if you look really carefully on the left-hand side, you can see some guys coming out of the ship, and that's the original concept of the Star Destroyer. And that's the Prince's ship underneath there that they're attacking. And if you look really carefully at the guys coming down, you'll see them carrying little tiny lightsabers in their hands. So
That's so
I'm pretty
cool.
sure that's the first depiction of a lightsaber
Wow.
in the war scene. So this is the first action picture for the movie, actually. first concept of it.
That'd have been kind of cool, right? I just don't, probably technology might not have been there, but man.
This ship actually turned out, if you look at the last movie, they had, it was at Rogue One, I think is where this came out. They had this as a hologram in there somewhere, and then they cut it out. Everybody was all excited about, oh, Colin ship's going to be in there as original concept. And then they cut it out. But if you get the Blu-ray version, you can see it at the very end, and the cuts. Yeah.
Well, looking at that ship, though, I'm sorry, Gabe, to cut you off. Look, there's a slight delay. Looking at the way that ship design is, you can see that in the prequels, the design setup, as well as in a ship that you see in Empire Strikes Back. So,
well, it seems like most of the ships that were designed earlier on, except the ones you can really recognize, but the ones you don't see in the movie that are the ones that ended up in the first movie as models, you see them in later movies in a different role. So
it looks like the Executor.
That's what I was gonna say about these ones. These look like the ships from the Naboo starfighters.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Mandalorian ends up using a ship very similar to this.
Yeah.
Well, I think they all came from Colin.
No, seriously, the picture is right there, and that picture was done in '74. So that's really cool.
Yeah, no, even if they weren't used in the first movie, they seem to be regurgitated later on in different versions, very similar to his original concept art, as you can see here.
What an honor to see these pics.
And then look at this.
That is the first Millennium Falcon.
Wow.
So this is the first Millennium Falcon. And the thing that's unique about that is he wanted it to look like a lizard about to attack. Unfortunately, Space 1999 came up with a very similar version of this at the same time that Colin did. And they found out about it, and they literally tore the whole thing apart, created the current Millennium Falcon, and you can see the turret part got put on the side of the current Millennium Falcon. Yeah. But this was the original one.
Wow. That's just amazing. Man, that's a physical model, obviously, you could tell there.
Oh yeah. No, definitely. This is a model.
Sierra, when you went to visit Lucasfilm, Colin was with you, correct?
Oh yeah.
And did you guys get to see your models? Were they there preserved?
No, we didn't go. We went to ILM.
Okay.
And apparently Lucas has them somewhere, possibly his ranch.
Yep.
We don't know for sure exactly where they are, but
Jason had told me that he saw this there. So.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah. So that's really cool. I was curious what it'd be like for him to see his old models again.
No, he didn't see that, but he did see when we were at a friend's house. He actually saw the model of the Death Star that was used.
Very cool.
So yes.
Yeah. Which we had on our show, Gus Lopez.
Yeah.
Gus Lopez, yes.
Yeah.
We showed a picture of Gus with.
Oh, did you? Okay.
With Colin.
Oh, okay, cool.
We did.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So then the first TIE fighter here.
There you go. Yeah, the TIE fighter has its own story. And I actually have videos I took of Colin. I did interviews with him about 5 to 10 minutes long on all these different ships where he's talking about how he designed them. So I do have those. But this ship was designed, and the whole idea was it had to be really different and really ominous and really something that would stand out. And so nobody could know how you get into it. Nobody could know how it was flown. It had to be a mystery. And that was one of the requirements that Lucas had of this particular ship, is it had to be something that was totally mysterious. And so that's what it ended up being. So, yeah.
And it's it's so cool to see it, because kind of see it. I mean, the design stayed the same. I mean, besides the, couple little changes, I mean,
a lot of the wingspans it's exactly the same. It's just a little changed up.
Yeah.
I actually have all of these were originally Ektachrome slides. And when we had to move back in 2014, I found boxes of these slides in the basement and in his room. And I went through thousands of them to find some of the best pictures. And I have one picture of the TIE fighter being constructed. So you can see it flat on, the pieces of the
That's
TIE
cool.
fighter laid out, which I think is really cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I bet, especially for like model, the model makers that are still trying to figure out what be used. I'm sure it'd be like gold to see them be deconstructed.
Yeah. There's modelers out there trying to do some of Colin's stuff, and there's
Oh yeah,
very
well, Jason Eaton was one of them.
yeah, and he's did a fantastic job on this one with the little reference. It's amazing because that's all these modelers, they constantly fight. It's hilarious how they fight over who's more accurate than the other model.
Oh
And
yes, that is funny.
it's hilarious. You can write books on it.
So here we come up with the X-Wing model. We saw the concept art earlier. This is the Colin's model of the X-Wing. And can you guess what those thrusters are made out of? Going back to the idea that Colin finds all kinds of pieces from anything he can find.
Shotgun shells?
What's that?
Shotgun shell?
No.
I mean, I guess it depends on the scale, but like how big. But
I mean, it's almost the same size as a studio scale model, Gabe.
Yeah.
As a regular of the X-Wing studio scale. What is it, Sierra?
Yeah, what is it?
Pill bottles.
Oh.
Huh.
That's funny.
Yeah, if you get a close look at them, you can see the edges of the pill bottles, and the insides are kind of a brown color.
And just if I can just say right now, when you mentioned the pill bottles, that's Jason. It was done also in this model right here.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Yeah, Jason told me about the pill bottle and the cap, and how he was actually at a swap meet or something, and he found that same old pill, antique pill bottle, and he was able to get it next to nothing and put it in here. So that's really cool.
Yes, it's kind of amusing. He actually did find the original pieces of Colin's work.
Yeah.
Now the other thing about this, the nose of that was a roadster.
Oh yeah. This is fun, Gabe. This is I know our studio guys out there are going to really enjoy the history of this. This is awesome.
And look, I mean, you could tell like the guns also, like they didn't really change much in the design, right, Mike? Like it's like that tip, the same design.
Same.
Wow. And then here's the Death Star.
Okay, so the Death Star. Do you know the story of the Death Star trench? Anybody?
No.
Okay, this is well, it's all Colin. So he ordered styrene globe to do the Death Star, and it came in 2 halves. So he very carefully went and inscribed all the different pieces of the different halves, the little indentations and little things that are on top of it, and went to put it together, and discovered that the edges had rounded where they were supposed to go together. He couldn't think of any way to smooth it out so that you couldn't see it when you put a light on it.
Yeah.
So he says, "Hey, George, how would you feel about having this trench in between the middle of the Death Star, where they can have these exciting fight scenes? They can dive in and people can be shooting from them at the other, outside and have really drama." So he says, George says, "Well, I'll call you back." So a couple hours later, George calls back and he says, "It's a go. Can you do the extra work?" And Colin says, "Well, for you, I can do the extra work." So that's how the Death Star got his trench.
Wow.
That's unbelievably cool.
That's huge. Yeah. I mean, that's an iconic scene, right? Just in the movie. Like it's the most iconic, I think, right? I mean, the blowing up of the Death Star.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's kind of funny because when I had a friend of Jason's and a good friend of mine as well, Mike Salzo, built a scratch Death Star for me, and he did it out of they were plexi spheres in the same issue. So they don't just go together and it's a perfect round ball. It's not like that at all. So it was really cool watching him how he made it, and it worked out perfect because that's how it is in the movie.
Yes. Well, that was one of the most exciting parts of the whole film was the trench fight scenes.
Oh, for sure,
Yeah,
absolutely.
man, it just such. I mean, again, such amazing history.
Hmm.
Just and not just Star Wars, right? Because a lot of people immediately think of Colin. It's like Star Wars, right? But
Yes.
I mean, 2001, the Apollo. I mean, this is amazing. I love it.
Well, before you go on to the next couple pictures here, to answer your earlier question, in addition to the ones you just saw right now, he made the Imperial Cruiser, the um, he made the Skyhopper, and
Yeah.
that's actually the one that Luke was using in the film, playing with. In the earlier films, he was playing with the little Skyhopper. That was Colin's actual model.
Sierra,
And
that is Gabe's all-time favorite ship. Just
is
so
it
you.
really?
It is. It is. I'm not in my background, but I'm really into prop replicas from the movie, and that's the only thing that's both a prop replica and a studio scale or a scaled model, right? And it fascinates me because again, you see Luke playing with it, and it's like that's his toy, like that's what he enjoys
Yes.
just like we do.
Yeah, yeah. Jason did a good job making that. He did one, and it was on the StarWars.com. It was a really, really nice piece.
Yeah, he was telling us about this that Colin used this little like the tape, the ring of a just mask or not masking tape, but just regular desk tape, and that just to find that little tape circle, the empty circle was he's like
Yes.
it was just a mission in itself. Years
Yeah.
and years of trying to locate that little scotch tape little circle.
It's crazy all that stuff back in the day, Gabe, because I mean that was in the early '70s, and like the cool shade and stuff that they used for the TIE fighters, you can't find it anymore, and these guys were just whatever, just putting it together, and it's so crazy what they did back then, it just blows my mind. You got a good ear, Gabe. I'm going to tell you, you listened pretty good about the Skyhopper. That's funny.
Oh yeah,
That's
the
cool.
parts. Yeah.
So the Skyhopper kind of morphed into the Imperial transport.
Yeah, I could see
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I could definitely see that. The shuttle tank. That's why it's my number 2 favorite ship.
Yeah.
The
Is
shuttle.
it? I didn't know that, Gabe.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that Imperial.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, well, it's
You
about
know
the
that.
same design. I'm sure it was evolving from the original Skyhopper, which wasn't exactly used in the movie. And then, of course, he did the original, as you know, Mike, the original ground. What am I saying? You know,
The sand
I'm
crawler.
not thinking of the word.
The
What's it
Sandcrawler.
called behind you? Huh?
The Sandcrawler.
Sandcrawler, yeah. He
Yes.
did the original Sandcrawler.
Yes.
And that didn't get used either, but it was really an interesting design, very
Yeah.
different.
We learned from Jason, right? That he pointed out that sand crawler kind of resembles the Tuscan Rider, the Sand People.
Yeah, the Tuscan Raider right in the front. Yep. That's
Yeah.
exactly what they said. Yeah.
And again, I don't remember if it was like right that they kind of used that as kind of the base to create the Sand People, right?
Yeah, the stories to know,
I'm gonna put you on. I'm gonna put you on solo screen real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he also did the Y-wing. Oh yeah, there we go.
Isn't that
Beautiful.
beautiful, Sierra?
It is beautiful. Wow.
I hope that Colin's going to be able to watch the show and see this. I know he'll be proud.
Yeah, I'll make sure he does.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this one. This is one of my favorite. It's not in the gallery. It's in my house. So, yeah, this one means a lot to me.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So Sierra, let's go through some of these pictures and kind of hear some stories. I love this.
Yeah, me too.
Well, that was up in Quebec, Canada, in Quebec City, and yes, they did a tribute to Colin. It was a film festival, so that's one of my favorite pictures ever of Colin.
That's just
I mean, it's just perfect. It's literally just all the fans kind of surrounding them because
Yes.
they should. It's cool.
That was Rogue One's Darth Vader in Colorado Springs.
Oh,
We met him there.
Surrounding, yeah,
Yeah. At Spencer Wilding.
yeah,
And he is tall. Man, he is a tall guy.
yeah.
Really tall. Probably 7 foot, I guess. I mean, 6 foot, easily 6 or 7, probably 7 foot.
is he American or is he a European guy or?
European, I believe. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
he came over from England. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure that's accurate, but I think so.
That's where they get a lot of like Chewy guy. I think he's from. I'm not quite sure, but that's cool.
Oh, that, yes. That is, if you recognize him, that is the Flash, John
Yeah.
Wesley Shipp. And I just saw him on television a couple of days ago. He was the father of the current Flash.
Oh, very
But he
cool.
was the original Flash.
Oh, that's funny that they used him as the dad.
That's respect.
Yeah, they brought him back, yes. But he was the original Flash, and then he came back recently as the father of the Flash. It's on there now.
Very cool.
And he was such a sweet guy. Well, all these people were really friendly.
Yeah.
And you think of actors as being a little standoffish, but we didn't find that at all. We found the people we met to be extremely friendly, nice people.
Yeah.
I bet, and with all these conventions too. I mean, I'm sure. You get super fans, and you get every spectrum of fandom there. So it's
For sure.
sure you got a lot of praise. Oh, look at that!
So that is up in Niwot, North Dakota. And honest to God, that's one of our best cons we've ever been to, besides the one in Denver, the huge con in Denver. But we had a lot of fun. It's just nice people, and we really had a good time up there. So that's Foxy,
Is that from Spaceballs, Gabe? Or?
better known as Nathan, huh?
I was just being silly with Gabe, but I didn't know there was a Spaceballs character or something.
No.
Very cool.
Look at that. Oh, here's just
and that's Foxy Colin. You might recognize the hat.
Oh yeah, look at that.
really.
That's awesome.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's Nathan next to him. Yeah, obviously the Foxy, original Foxy.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's funny.
This was down in Knoxville, and that's why Colin should never have a gun.
That person's like,
And I see Roxy in the back. That the Rain Corps, right? Roxy the Rain Corps.
Oh yeah, is that what that is?
I think the 501st tends to like sometimes travel with that.
Is that what they call it, Roxy? Huh?
I think that's the name of the Rain Corps, Roxy.
Gotcha.
So in Utah, we met John Eves, and he is one of the creators of the Star Trek movies, ships, not the original one, but some of the later ones.
Cool.
And he was just a really nice guy. We talked with him, and he said that Colin inspired him to get into designing ships for the movies.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Now, what is
that? Is a schematic of the Death Star.
Oh, okay.
So we have 3 different areas here. We have the concept art. We don't have a concept art for the Death Star, but we have the concept art for the other ships. Then we have photos of the models, and then we have schematics. And this was in between the concept and the actual model itself. So Colin drew the different parts of it in detail.
That's really cool.
And piece of history. There's literally no other word to describe that.
Yeah.
That's history. Amazing. Wow, look at this.
That is the reason that Lucas hired Colin. This is one of the kit bash ships that we were talking about earlier.
Wow.
Where he took all these different pieces from different models and put them together into a ship.
Looks like something out of Back to the Future.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the next one is the same thing too. He had two of these kit bash ships.
Wow. That
Yeah,
is
you can
just
really recognize some of the model parts if you're into the model building. Wow,
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
yeah, right. Like the wheels, like this very crawler-ish. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Well,
what they came off of the tracks and stuff, it's pretty cool.
Lucas spent quite a bit of time studying these before he hired Colin. Colin told me he had an eyeglass that he went and studied the ship inside and out to see how he did this. So
No,
wow, that is so cool.
there's Colin signing things. That is at the auction out in California when we sold the original concept art.
Oh, gotcha.
are some of his photos on the original Topps cards? I see that some of the Topps cards right there on the bottom left-hand screen.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
yes.
very cool.
They seem to be everywhere, actually.
Yeah, that's
There's
a good
Colin.
picture. That's a great pic.
So one thing to note is that Colin isn't able to sign things anymore,
Yeah,
or very much at all. And so what I've done is okay, so we had 16 prints of one type of print. And I used that as the base to start out with. And I put together 16 different sets of all of his concept art, photos, models, and the schematics that we have left. So there's 16 complete sets of that. And what's different about these 16 complete sets is that all the years we've been doing this, when we first started out, we had somebody come to our door with a 20 by 30 beautiful full resolution X-Wing, as you see in the background, wanting Colin to sign it because they'd gotten off the internet. And so after that, I learned we don't want to have model photos on the internet. So all the model photos to date have had a 4 on them, FOR, and then we personalize it with somebody's name. So they can't just turn around and sell it on the internet. As of today, we're going to sell these 16 sets of prints. There's 34 of them in each set. And some of those photos in the sets nobody's seen before. They're totally different. And they're all signed by Colin and they're not personalized. This is the first time ever that we've offered his prints not personalized.
yeah,
So
that's crazy cool.
yeah. So if anybody's interested in that, please feel free to contact me and I'll be happy to show them too.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, so if somebody were to be interested in that, because I know, I mean, we have your website here, but is there a better way to contact you besides?
Go to Colin at colincantwell.com.
Colin
That would be the best way. And I already sold, actually, I shouldn't say there's 16. We actually sold 2 of the sets today. They're $3,000 a set.
Okay.
And so we had 2 people that wanted them, and I told them when we were ready, we would let them know, and they bought them. So there's 14 left. And these are the only people in the whole world who will have complete sets of Colin's prints that are not personalized. There's only 16 people in this world that's going to have those sets.
That's really cool.
That's it. When
And
they're
are
gone,
these? I'm sorry to cut you off, Sierra. Go ahead.
no, when they're gone, they're gone. You know, when the prints are gone, those sets are gone. They're gone. There's no more.
And
We have prints, but not the sets. You can't get the complete set.
And Sierra, did I get the email correct right there?
Yes, you did.
Perfect.
Yeah. We also have the prints for sale. All of those are, his photos for sale individually, and not all of them. Some of the ones in the sets are not for sale online,
Right.
but we have those online, and you can buy them through our ColinCantwell.com. There's only a few people that are authorized sales. Again, we had a problem with one person who may have them up online somewhere for sale. If it's not on our site, it's not authorized.
Good to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And these limited sets that you have for sale that they're going to be for sale, are they different sizes? Are they all the same size? What are
we had one of each of the prints that was left. Some of them we have a fair number of prints on, and a few of them we only had, like 16 was only one print type of print, had 16 of them.
Okay.
So I took that as a baseline. So we have 16 full sets. So they're different sizes. Most of them are 12 by 18.
Okay.
Some of them, like, the bigger ones are 12 by 18. And then the smaller ones are 8 by 12, the concept art. And some of the models are 8 by 10. But most of them are 12 by 18.
Gotcha. Perfect.
Perfect.
Yes.
Man, that is just so cool.
And the way we're selling it is that we'll take the first ones that want to buy them, and the first emails I get, those are the ones that get it first. So it's first come, first serve.
Okay. Perfect. Man, that's exciting. I mean, for any Star Wars collector and anybody that's into that, I mean, this is again one of 14, right? Left, right? You already
Yeah. And that's it. There's no more. I mean, we have a lot of, if you want to buy the individual prints of some of the more common ones, you can go to colincantwell.com, as you can see, and find them there. But not the complete set. There's 34 in the set. There's 8 of the concept art. 2 of those hardly anybody's ever seen. We have 18 of the model photos and 8 of the schematics, like the Death Star, only it's X-wing and the cruiser and all that. So
Cool.
yeah, and I'll show them to people if anybody's interested. So just contact me at colincantwell.com and I'll get back to you. But again, the first people that are interested in the ones will get it first.
First come, first served. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, man, well, Sierra, we want to be respectful, obviously, of your time. We don't want to take too much of your time. Thank you so much for this. I mean, taking the time and really just giving us this history. And I know there's so much more that we probably, we could dive into and jump into. And imagine, we went through so much in just an hour. So I can only imagine we could probably sit here and just chat for hours and hours about it. I mean, me personally, I know Michael, I'm sure, has stuff, but me personally, I mean, if you can give, like, Colin, I mean, the biggest thank you from our viewers, our fans, ourselves as Star Wars fans, like, I mean, literally, and especially in the space that we're in with the collectibles and the models, and like his work literally inspired us as kids, right? As literally opened up our imagination with these ships, and just his work and the impact that he's had on our childhoods is just something that we can never repay, because again, it's now as grown adults, it continues to mold who we are, and it's just such a wonderful thing that we all connect. Like, Michael's in Texas, I'm in California, and the one thing that connects us is Star Wars, and it's just so impactful. And again, Colin is the pioneer. I mean, literally, he created some of these designs and ships that we love. So please let him know that, from all our viewers and our fans at Collection Wars, we thank him from the bottom of our hearts, really.
I will sure do that. And he had no idea how much he has affected people's lives until he started going to these Comic Cons. He had no clue at all. One person came up to us, was disabled, young fella, young kid actually, and he was crying because he said he built Colin's models and it saved his life.
Oh, that's a great story.
We've had so many stories like that of people just so much appreciative of Colin and his work. The other thing too is that Colin is an extraordinary human being, aside from being extremely intelligent and creative. He's just a wonderful person. Everybody loves Colin, so he's more than just his work. He's just unusual.
Yeah.
And thank you too, for I know a lot of collectors and a lot of people that that want to reach out, they always say, Sierra, we're talking Sierra, and she's such a wonderful person, and
it's cool. She's one of the guys. I'll tell you what, Gabe, I've had literally, Sierra, hours of conversation on the phone.
We have,
through months, and she's just a super classy lady, and it's awesome that Colin has you as a partner to keep the legacy going. And I sure hope I could hear from you that Colin was able to watch Collection Wars
I
and
will
and
make
like
sure he
Gabe,
does. Yeah.
yeah, and then Gabe stole it right out of my mouth that Collection Wars viewers and Gabe and I let him know that we love him, and through Collection Wars his legacy will live on, and people will always be able to come back and hear these awesome stories that you shared about Colin. So thank you
Mhm.
so much.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. And I'm sure Colin will very much enjoy watching the program. Yeah.
Good deal. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
thank you again, Sierra, and everybody that's watching. Remember, there's 14 of those sets left. Contact Sierra. The email's right here, Colin at colincantwell.com, and jump on those ASAP because again, once in a lifetime, really, because those
It
once they're
is.
gone, they're gone.
It
So
is. Once they're gone, they're gone.
yeah, jump
So
on.
thanks so much, Gabe. I
Absolutely.
really appreciate allowing me to present all this.
It was awesome having you on, Sarah.
Thank you so much, and we look forward to hearing about your your next mountain climbing.
Oh yeah, I'll have to send you some pictures, won't I?
She,
Yeah.
she will too. She will too. I'll tell you.
All
You
right.
have, you have a good evening. Thank you so much. Okay, Sierra.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Oh, we're muted.
Oh,
Man,
can you hear me?
yeah, there you go. Well, I
Man,
hope you.
that was a badass interview. Man, that was
Yeah.
so cool.
Oh, she's such a sweetheart. Like she's just like so willing to
Yes.
just kind of
Yeah.
share everything. It's
Very
so
humble.
cool.
Very humble.
So while we were doing the interview, we had Nilda from Appetite for Collectibles hit me up, and check this out.
Oh,
Boom.
very cool.
That's her. Yeah.
Yeah.
She met him back in I think 2018, 19, at a convention. It's so cool.
The Man in Black.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I remember the very first time I was introduced because I didn't know a lot about Colin um, at this time, and somebody had said, "Yeah, there's a," because I was really disappointed because there wasn't anything really Star Wars at this Comic Con,
Hmm.
and they were like, "No, did you know that there's a guy that did the original X-wing and stuff here?" And I'm like, "What do you mean original X-wing? What are you talking about?"
Yep.
And
Yeah.
I went around and there was Colin, and it sucks because I know Sierra was there and I didn't get the opportunity to meet her. Like I know her now, and I wish I would have got to meet her there. But yeah, it was really really cool when I was first introduced to him, and he's signing. I'm looking at all these pictures of the Y-wing, and I'm glad you were able to go scroll down on her website because a lot of the photos of some of those really cool ships we
Yeah.
didn't actually show in detail, and you can definitely see those online. But yeah, it's really really cool work.
Yeah, and it's so cool to see. Like I think in Matt's collection, Matt, our buddy Matt was talking about how a lot of these, that he agrees with me on the fighters at the bottom. They do look like Naboo
Yeah,
starfighters.
yeah, we were talking about that. It's
Yeah,
crazy. It's cool he picked that up.
so I'm sure there's a couple of ships that they still used his designs for. That would have been really cool to see it in Rogue One, though. I mean,
Yeah,
that would have been really cool.
for sure, for sure.
So
That was a
you got
smooth.
you got your Yoda in the background now.
Yeah, yeah. I moved
Yeah,
to another room in here. Yeah, wanted to be a little bit more comfortable. I love just kicking back and watching that. But yeah,
I know.
here's Yoda.
Yeah,
Where you go? I got to still place him, but
let me put you on big screen.
yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
that's really cool. So how long did it take, Michael, approximately?
Uh, you know, Phil says it's usually about. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can still see it, but he said it's about on average around 6 months. I think I got mine 6 7 months. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So with the right lighting, it's not in proper lighting right now, but
Yeah,
with the right lighting,
of course.
it's pretty badass.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. There's this guy Phil. He's a terrific artist. He's done several versions, and the version that I don't know if which version it was. Pete would know, but
Mhm.
Pete has that, and I like Pete's. Man, I think Pete's looks really really well, and I know David redid his.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny.
Joseph just got his.
Yeah, Joseph got his a day after I got mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. He's. I love Yoda. I mean, he's a centerpiece for sure,
Yeah.
and I like him in the house here, but he's going to have to display with proper lighting for sure. So, you know.
Steven's like, what are those plants, Michael? You're badass.
Oh, thanks. Hey, I do all that stuff. I'm the girly girl around here. I love to design and
That's
decorate stuff.
funny.
Yeah.
So Michael, I don't know if I told you, or at least if I think I told you, but I didn't show you some of the pictures. So the last like week and a half, I've
Yep.
been working on it because I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? My favorite character is Tarkin, right? Like, I mean, I have him
Yep.
tattooed like on
Yep.
my arm. I'm like, what would be a good way to kind of show like something, represent something in this collection, right? Because there's not, I mean, he doesn't have like a gun or like,
Yeah.
so I decided to dive into researching this. So
A jacket or
literally,
something.
yeah. So literally, the only props that could possibly be right are his rank badge, right? That rank
Okay.
badge, and
Yeah.
then those pins, right?
Yeah.
So those pins end up being technically part of the ranks, right? So when you look at the generals, and this is stuff that I was just researching, I didn't know
Yep.
this, right? I figured that the badge was rankings, but those pins also, and they're like data, I guess like data ports, right? They plug them in and it gives them access to like whatever data, right? So the more you see on there, the higher ranking those generals are. So um I was like, immediately I started researching. I was like, well, what are those? Like, where can I find them? Are they found parts? And sure enough, I found the found parts. So
Badass, dude.
yeah. So I found the found parts and they're actually, and let me pull it up and I'll tell you exactly what they are. Um
That's so cool, man. You didn't tell me about that.
I know. Well, because I was still working on it and all that.
Yeah,
So
J2SO says, Gabe, you need one of the Jordu sculpts, if I'm pronouncing that right, of Tarkin. Yeah, so I don't know of his sculpt. I know that Phil that did my Yoda is
right,
a badass, and I know that I showed Gabe that.
right.
Dude, you ought to get that head sculpt and do like just the top outfit showing where those pins are in the deal. That would be sweet, dude.
Well, check this out. So no, because again, I like the prop replicas, right? I think
I
if I put
know.
it, if I put a bust in here, it'll just kind of look out of place, and it
Come
just
on, dude. He's your favorite, though.
I know. But so check this out. So these things are actually like real found parts, right? And they're dosimeters. Is that how you say it? Dosimeters.
Uh-huh.
So they're used to measure radiation. And obviously they're from the UK, and I found four of them, just the original ones with the brass clipping, like exactly as you see them on his
Was it
right
hard to
there.
find him?
It took me maybe like a good solid day of just searching around, researching what they were,
Good for
until I
you. That's original, dude. That's badass.
yeah. So then check it out. So then I started researching, the 501st like gold standard replica of that badge, and I found it. And they actually use real found parts to make the buttons, and they're actually just push buttons, but they're real things that you can
Right.
you could find, and the same ones that they used in the movie. So I got this. So what I'm gonna do, and check this out. So then I got the badge and I got the four pins, right? And I'm gonna display it in a little cool shadow box and all that. So then I was telling Lee about it, right? Because Lee's really good at like displays and all that stuff.
Right.
And
Right.
he's like, you know what, dude, you gotta get his autograph too somewhere in there. And I was like, you're right,
Mhm.
I do. And this just came in today.
Look at that.
So towards the end of his life, he would, because he would always respond to fans, right? And his look at his beautiful signature.
Yeah.
He would always respond to fans. If you would write him, he would literally mail you back one of these things. Sometimes it'd be very personalized. You know, it'd be
Yeah,
like,
that's so cool.
thank you so and so for writing me this and that. But towards the end of his life, he actually would just have these pre-typed ones, and he would just sign them and send them away. So I got a hold of one. So the way I'm going to do the display is going to be, I'm going to have the rank badge, right? The little squares. I'm going to have
Yep.
the two pins. I just ordered a plaque from Ariel that's going to say, Grand Moff Tarkin, Star Wars, like the typical plaques like these. And then underneath, I'm going to frame the autograph just on there. So that'll be a nice little
Dude,
replica tribute
yeah, man.
to Tarkin.
Yeah, people, that's going to be a really cool inspiration piece. It's really cool how you put it all together too. That must have been fun.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, just the research. I always get a kick out of that stuff. Like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
trying to look and stuff. Just because most of the parts, I mean, there's websites out there that you could find pretty much anything, right? Anything that they use, most people have cracked the code and they found what they use. Um, and sure enough, I just a little digging found them, and they're not crazy common, but I was able to locate four of them. So
There you go.
actually found parts. I know Sean's like, you got to get the bus. I'm waiting for, because obviously you guys know, Tom Spina is working on a Tarkin bus, but on a bronze
Oh,
bus.
that's right. He's been working
Yeah.
on that for a while
Oh
now.
yeah, yeah, years, years, years.
Hmm.
So I think I'll just wait for that, and because I think that'll fit kind of better than like a
It's going to be
realistic.
bronze though.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fake. I'm sure it's not gonna be real
So you
bronze.
think he's going to be like 20 grand or what?
I mean, maybe if it was real bronze,
Jeez.
but
Yes,
we'll
yeah.
see. I'll wait for that. But at least this will be, I'll be satisfied, and then I'm gonna hang it kind of behind, so where my little secret door is.
Yeah.
I've had some screen use stuff hanging on there, so I'll hang it up there and pay tribute to my favorite character. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
here's
It's
another
that's
one.
something that's so unique and really cool about you, Gabe, that I mean out of yeah, that's badass. That's really cool. Hey, does it have that little clip on there too?
Yeah, yeah, and I found the accurate ones because they used to make them in silver and in like brass,
Yeah.
and I found all four of them with the brass.
I mean, that's a hobby in itself, right, Gabe? There's a lot of even some of our viewers that are
Yeah.
out there trying to find original used
Oh,
parts. And now a lot of those things, depending on what they are getting hard to find.
yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Um,
so cool.
yeah.
That's really
Eventually,
cool.
we'll bring on my buddy that has a bunch of found part stuff. Like he
I
has a
remember. I remember.
yeah. So we'll eventually bring him on to show some stuff. But
That's
yeah, and
crazy though. Tarkin's your guy. I remember when I first met you and we were
yeah.
talking about the characters and it's Tarkin. Hey, what do you plan on doing? Are you going to do anything with Greedo on the clothes? Have you changed your mind?
I did. Yeah, yeah. So originally, I was gonna get it like tailored and like, actually somebody make, and I actually found a very, very close vinyl to match that bluish green
Yeah,
undersuit. The yellow was what I was having trouble finding the right color, but Harry, our buddy Harry
yeah.
in Australia, he pointed me in the direction of this company called Imperial Boots,
Huh.
and I'd never heard of them. And apparently, they're big in like the clothing for the bus and full size clothes, um, but they only release like they only take orders once a month. So you gotta like wait
Yeah.
for that window to jump in. So I'm gonna wait for the next one. I'll probably order it because they do the half specifically for the bus,
Right.
and they're relatively cheap. So I'm gonna buy one of those, kind of see, if, in person if it kind
Yeah.
of to my standards as far as the coloring that I wanted. And yeah, all I have to do is customize the bottom of it for
Mhm.
it to wrap. Just because there is a big color difference,
Yeah.
from the sideshow to the screen use. Not only that, but like my sideshow one was just it's beyond repair. It was just
Mm,
flaking so much that it was just like forget it. You couldn't do it.
mm.
So now that's why I want to do it right. Right. I want to get the colors just right, the material just right. Um, so yeah, we'll see how that one looks.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and so I'm just asking Gabe
Yeah.
Matt's collection what he just says about the shadow boxes. So you know how they do like the sports thing and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm just asking because you know that there's some 501 first Taylor. There's people out there that actually do
Right.
Tarkins. That would you do that and put it on that and put it in a shadow box?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind that, like doing a bigger
Yeah,
display like that. I mean, I
because
think
then you
that's
could really show. I'd look into that. I mean, you're right there, man. It'll just kind of bring it out, and then I'm just throwing shit out, you
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But also, that signature, the way you could have it in front of like part of that outfit because it's a dark costume,
yeah,
it might stand out. I don't know. I know you're going to do something kick ass, so that's really cool. I can't
yeah,
wait. I can't wait to see it.
yeah. I mean, I've been juggling with other ideas. Obviously, the shadow box is the easiest thing to do, and plus, it doesn't take up a lot of space. Right? I could just
Yep.
put it here, done. I'm
Yes.
done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Although eventually that would be cool to actually do a half bust of
Yes.
the dress, and
Yes.
then with the pins in there with the
I
little.
think you got to look into it. I know that they sell that.
Oh, absolutely. Oh yeah.
Hey, Gabe, I know I told you about in the what I'm commissioning with the Wampa and the
Yeah.
Luke. I mentioned to you clothiers and
Yeah.
Sean, our buddy Sean is who turned me on to those guys,
Mhm.
and I've been working with these guys for
Yeah.
almost 7 months now. But are you familiar with their costumes and the things that they've done?
I've seen a couple of things. I know they did a Bosch Leia
Yep.
that a lot of people had for a long time. I know they did the Lando.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Gift
did
card.
it's pretty new, isn't it? The Lando.
Yeah, I think it sold out pretty quick, but let
Oh,
me.
is it sold out?
I think so. Yeah, let me
Yeah,
see.
I gotcha. I wonder how much that thing sold for. I didn't even honestly, I didn't even know that they, you know.
Oh, look, Clothiers actually does the Imperial outfit,
Oh, very cool.
so they might actually do a cool Tarkin one.
Yeah,
But
I'll
yeah,
tell you what, they're not the cheapest, but man, they do really, really good work.
have
Yeah,
you?
yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. I mean, just the base alone looks so cool,
Yeah, for sure.
and I don't. Yeah, I it looks cool and all that, but again, I think the helmet display is really more of like Imperial stuff that I have. I mean, besides the four X-wing helmets right there,
Yeah, yeah.
they're all of them are Imperial, you know. So I wasn't really interested in this when I first saw it. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong; it's really really cool, but just not for my not for my collection. I don't think.
God, Jeff, you're saying it was about around 800 plus. Man, that's super. For their stuff, that's pretty cheap.
Yeah,
My Luke outfit was damn near $3,000. So,
yeah,
mhm. Yeah, it's
um,
crazy.
yeah. That's not bad. Yeah, well, there you go. 35. They
Yeah,
limited.
yeah. I knew it was small.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Um.
pretty cool. Because in there, Gabe, you introduced me to somebody that and I think we showed it briefly. That was also doing that skiff helmet.
Um.
Remember, there was another guy local and he was doing like a few of them. And we were showing that
I don't
you don't
remember.
remember
No, I
because
don't
you were
remember.
going to get one actually.
Well, maybe it was
Well,
Sean.
no, no.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, yeah. You because he was going to do like five of them. You were going over the. You were telling me the details. I forget his name. Jeez.
Oh, you thinking of Ben Huckabee from?
Yes, I think so.
No, no. So the one that I got from him is the Emphas Nest one
Right.
from
Okay.
Solo. Yeah.
Okay. 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 You're right.
So
So
maybe
you were.
that's.
That's right. You didn't say that you were going to buy it, but you were. We were talking about it. The skiff
Oh,
that he did, right?
yeah,
Because he was doing that a concept one on it.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. I remember. My bad.
Yeah, no, but I mean they have really cool stuff here. Let's go back to this real quick because I actually I've never visited their website.
Golly, man, when I got the Luke custom outfit, it
No,
came in like a custom black box with their name on it. And I mean, looked like something from Macy's.
no.
That's very
Oh,
cool.
yeah. Oh, here's the Imperial.
Oh, look at that. Damn, dude.
Oh, that's not. Yeah, that's not Tarkin.
What is his outfit a little bit different in the collar or something or what?
Um, yeah, it's a little bit different than that, and I think it's a slight different color.
That's pretty crazy.
Oh, actually, maybe it might be that one, like that color. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. I wish I could see the collar a little better because I was looking at it.
oh, that's funny. They use their stuff in Paul. That
Yeah, yeah.
movie. Oh, look at that. That looks
Yep.
probably your costume.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool to when it's done. Man, that emperor looks pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. Well, I have the robe. I have the Disney robe, and
That's right.
that's
Yeah,
yeah,
I remember you got that.
yeah. That's something I want to also work on. Um,
Isn't it so hard to? You guys, Gabe is so much better than I am at saying no to things. As cool as it is, he's really a lot better than me at saying, "Yeah, but just you're sticking to your guns." You're already kind of jumping out a little bit on some of the 6 scale stuff, and you are you do have some busts though, dude. The Greedo, and so what I'm
yeah,
saying is having that Tarkin bust would be cool.
yeah, yeah. I
I
don't.
say fuck it. I say do a life size Tarkin, bro. Don't be scared.
A life size.
Yeah, do life size, man. That would be cool.
Man,
Don't be
that's not.
scared. It's your
That's
favorite
not my.
character.
That's not my thing, man. I got it. I got it. See, you're like you freaking
I know.
Lee and all these guys. I'm
I
like, no,
know. I'm
man.
not him. Oh no. I know
Yeah.
what you're gonna say. No, I
So
don't.
last night.
I know what you're gonna say.
So last night, very last. So Joseph was on Evan's show last night,
Yeah.
and Evan shot me the link, and I jumped on like literally the last like 5 minutes of the show. But I stayed on a little bit after, and I was telling them that because Jeff was asking if I got that half scale probe droid, and I was like, look, man, I didn't get it. And the reason is I had to set like a hard rule now. Like I have to be like, look, my thing is replicas, right? Like
Yeah.
that's what I'm into, and that's what
And
I
you're
need to
known for
stick to.
that, too.
So replicas. So unless that scale was used in the movie, I'm not touching it. So if there was a half scale probe droid, then I would have maybe put some
Yeah.
thought into it.
Yeah.
But I got the NYC probe droid coming, and that's pretty much studio scale, right? That's the
Right.
studio scale
Yeah.
size. So I'm like, there's just really no that it just doesn't fit. So I gotta set those rules, those boundaries, man.
Yeah, I know it's hard because you saw how it was displayed in Lee's collection, and it's
Yeah,
like,
Lee did
shit.
an amazing job,
I
man.
know. And mine's all my life size one's all apart, and I gotta. It's gonna be cool when it's done, but geez, man, it's like starting all over again.
Yeah.
I look forward
Um,
to meeting the gentleman that did the life size, just like mine, but his has it's got the sounds and the antennas moving and everything, and I want to find out where he got those domes at, the glass eyes, because or the
yeah.
plexi eyes. I want that stuff because mine are
Yeah.
plastic.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
So, Michael,
yeah, buddy.
after so many weeks, so many things, just putting
Yeah.
it aside, I finally set up another store for people to buy Collection Wars t-shirts,
Mhm.
merchandise, and all that stuff. So, I'm gonna put it on here really quick. So it's the website's called Society 6, and for anybody that wants to, And I think it'd be really cool to show up on Saturday, right? Especially on Saturday at a celebration. That'd be so cool. Like roll up deep in like collection war shirts. Like imagine like just seeing like a group of just like
Yeah.
collection wars people just walking through. That'd be so cool. So I wanted to have it something because I know you're gonna make some t-shirts. You're gonna do some kind of some
Yep.
exclusives, right?
Yep. For the guys.
For that. But I also wanted to kind of have these readily available if anybody is interested. So let's, and I also activated a bunch of other stuff. Watch, I'll show you what I
Yeah,
activated.
Armando, we definitely got a hookup, man, for sure.
Yes.
Isn't that cool?
Okay, so we got, it's like merchandising, collection wars coffee mug, collection wars travel mug, collection wars the doll. No, you don't even know what that's from, Michael.
Hey, we got to have a goofy Gabe and Michael Star Killer 77 uh, little
Yeah.
dolls. The pillow's cool.
Give me 1 second.
And a lot of you guys know that, but when we initially get that logo put together, that is my studio
That's your Death
Death
Star,
Star. Yeah,
right?
that's the model in the gallery.
So we got the cup, we got the t-shirts. The t-shirts, for some reason it. So I think there's both women and oh no, actually, look, it sounds like the women one are discontinued, which some weird reason. But yeah, so there's all these colors you could choose from. Um,
The black looks cool, right?
yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
gray guy. I like dark gray shirts.
And then if you sign up for to their like email, like your first purchase, I think you get like 25% off. So I mean, it ends up coming out much cheaper, and then you get like free shipping. I think on the first one, you just got to play around with the codes. But there's also, where is it? So the stickers, these are kind of cool, and the stickers, what we're gonna do, because look, we're gonna do pins, right? But Michael, once today I was doing the mock-ups and all that stuff to try to do the pins. They're too small to get any detail. Like they're gonna lose our names on there. So I think
Okay.
the better thing would be is just to do a bunch of stickers, just to pass out at celebration.
Yeah.
So I'll order a bunch of stickers that we can pass out.
Okay.
But this website's kind of cool. Look at this. Look at this table. I was like, I almost thought about just getting it so I could do my reviews on it.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's funny, right?
It's cool 'cause it's the Death Star,
Yeah. So yeah, there's a bunch of little things, of pillows, and this is kind of cool. I thought you get a Collection Wars clock. Let's see if it loads. Sorry, my
Oh,
internet.
that'll be bad. I want one of those for sure.
I don't know why my internet's like
It looked like there was like a jar of sauce or something. What was that?
where. Oh, look at the face masks. I think that's definitely because we're gonna need to wear them right at celebration.
Don't remind me, dude.
I know, which is crazy because it's not even required anymore here.
Yeah.
But they're making
Hope
it.
maybe things will change,
Yeah. I got a cool little acrylic box that they had on there. They have the hoodies. I mean, pretty much. This is what you're talking about, right? The can cooler.
No, it was the bottom left, actually, because you were going fast. Oh, it's a koozie.
This one or
Yeah,
this one?
yeah, on the bottom left.
Yeah, it's a wine chiller, but
Oh, okay.
it's hard plastic. So they're
Okay, you were
actually
going
it's
real
like a
fast. I thought it looked like salsa or something. I didn't know what it
no,
was.
it's like a thermos.
It's a really catchy logo too. It's cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, anyways, guys, it's up there. I put the link up here. I put the link up on the Facebook group. So if anybody's interested, you could go on there
And
and
we will be, just so you
jump in.
know, we will be adding the other. This is our original logo, so
Yeah,
but we do plan on adding the newer and a little bit later date, we're going to be adding those to it.
Yeah. Let me put it in
Yeah, that's cool.
here. So that's the actual. Let me see if I can do a. See if it'll do it. Hold on.
I think they
Ooh,
will.
look at that! Boom.
Yeah.
Man. But yeah, no collection wear speedos now.
Yeah, we're not
Car
going to.
magnet. You know what? That's I was looking for magnets as well, but I didn't see them in this shop. But I don't see why they wouldn't have them. I'll take a look and see if they have them. But yeah, stickers and magnets and stuff. That's pretty cool.
Hey, Jeff, just so you know, bro, I'll say it. I don't care. You know, some people see me and Lee calls me fatty and stuff, but I want you to know that I like to be comfortable. I don't like to wear things that are tight fitting. I get 2X and 3X shirts usually, so
Do they not have
hopefully
them?
I like them loose on me. So, but hey, they don't show there's not 3X on here
I don't know. Let's see.
because he just said that there's no 3X.
Well, first let's. I don't know how to get this. Hold on. I don't know why my computer's being super slow.
Hey, Alex, Star Wars Espanol.
Yeah,
What's
no,
up, brother?
2x is the largest.
Okay. Well, maybe they run pretty thick. I mean, pretty big.
Yeah, I mean it's the soft material. So it's not like those. You know how like sometimes some of these websites use like that super thick. What happened?
Armando. Collection wears Gabe plus doll. That's what we were talking about. That's what we were just saying.
Collection Wars, the lunchbox. See,
That-
Michael, you don't know. I'm gonna play it for you, just because
oh man.
you can't not know where these things come from. Hold on.
Oh, the little sayings.
Yeah,
You're not gonna put
I am gonna.
Spaceballs. Oh my gosh.
Watch this. We might get kicked off the air.
Well, I wouldn't care if we did.
You're like, all
And
right. Let's show Michael what he's missing here.
oh shoot.
I mean, come on, Michael. You gotta get with the times. I don't know. So this scene, and it'll probably, if we get kicked off, guys, just hang tight, and I'll fix it. But here we go. So Michael finally understands what we're talking about.
Who hasn't heard of yogurt?
Yogurt the wise. Yogurt the all powerful.
Yogurt the magnificent. Please, don't make a fuss. I'm just plain yogurt.
But you're the one.
Yes, I am the keeper of a greater magic. A power known throughout the universe as the Force? No, the Schwartz. Schwartz. Yes,
I'm gonna skip.
the Schwartz.
I'm gonna skip it.
I'll show you. Open up this door.
Hold on.
Merchandising. Merchandising.
Hold on. This part.
What is this place? What is it that you do here? Merchandising. Merchandising? What's that? Merchandising. Come, I'll show you. Open up this door. Come, walk this way. Take a look. We put the picture's name on everything. Merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made. Spaceballs the t-shirt. Spaceballs the coloring book. Spaceballs the lunchbox. Spaceballs the breakfast cereal. Spaceballs the flamethrower. The kids love this one. Last but not least, Spaceballs the doll. Me. May the Schwartz be with you. Adorable.
Jeez.
See, that's what I'm talking about, Michael. We merchandising, collection
I get you.
wars, the lunchbox.
Dude, I just because we're all share the same Dude, that sucks, man. I would have never been able to sit through that. I don't even think it sucks.
Oh my, you
God,
can't say that
dang.
based on one scene. It's
Oh, damn.
hilarious. Yeah.
Jeez. I feel like a lone crusader.
I
Oh,
mean,
man.
there's some people that don't like to laugh. There's some people that don't like comedy. It's
I'm
okay.
surprised Joel likes that shit. But hey, completely off that, Gabe. I don't know if I told you, but Prime One, I ordered two years ago, over 2 years ago,
Hmm.
the half scale, like legendary scale Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator. He's all beat up. He comes with removable heads, two different heads,
Hmm.
and it just shipped this week. Finally,
Nice.
yeah, man. So hopefully, I'll be one of the first ones to get one of those. I can't wait to see that
Mhm.
thing. It's very detailed. I love the half scale uh, statues through Sideshow.
Yeah. I mean, they're huge, right? I mean,
Yeah, I wonder if any of the viewers watching right now are have any legendary scale
oh, look at
figures out
this.
there.
Hold on, let me. So David just sent me. Hold on. Out of a cool book that he has, one of Colin's all the models. Well, not all of them, but some.
Yeah, that'd be really cool to share those.
Here, let me
I know Jason was working on the Y Wing. I don't know where he's at, but
check this out. So it looks like they have a couple of his sketches and a couple of his actual studio scale models.
oh yeah, very cool. Thanks for sharing, David.
Right here's the Falcon.
Yep. You
Oh,
can
I guess
definitely
this is also the Falcon.
yeah,
Wow.
you can definitely see the Space 1999.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Cool. But yeah, man. Um, should be a. But yeah, that'd be cool. Like I said, with the whole collection wars thing, and yeah, I think everyone that's got tickets, right? I mean, I think there still might be some for Thursday and Friday, and but pretty much everyone's that's going is done, right? You got your hotel room and everything, right, Michael?
Yeah. I'm staying at the Hampton convention.
Nice.
Hey
Okay.
Jeff, real quick. So you're saying that they're not legendary from Prime One, but I have four of the GI Joe statues. Dude, how big are those? Are they third scale or are they still considered like a legendary scale, like a half scale, or how big are those? That's pretty badass. Yeah, Jeff, I have that. I forget that that's a legendary scale. Yoda's available. I have that one.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Cool. Sean will be there. Cool.
Wednesday through
That
Sunday.
says yeah. Prime one is usually 1/3 scale.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Very cool. So I guess they've only done the two Terminator like half scale that I know of. They
All
did
right.
like they did like this guy, the Terminator over there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's real cool.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
Um, I wonder who any of our watchers thinking about picking up um, that print set from Colin. That's pretty crazy. I mean,
Yeah, if you're if
it's
you're if
it's
you're into the
pricey,
art,
but it's
yeah,
pricey. But I mean, if there's
yeah.
only 16 of them,
Yeah, that was the thing about early on when I got the crawler when Jason did the sand crawler
Mhm.
piece, and that's when I reached out to Sierra. She was very kind, and because the people that I wanted to buy it from at these comic book shops, they
Mhm.
had the two in the froms, and
Yeah,
I wasn't looking for that, but it's
yeah,
really cool if you could pick it up without having that on there. It isn't cheap, but it's limited, and
yeah,
you're buying it direct from the source, which is really
yeah,
cool too.
yeah.
proceeds go to Colin, which is awesome.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I'm curious to see those auctions and see what they're gonna go for.
yeah, I
Right?
love the close encounter piece.
Yeah.
I love close encounters, man. I, I actually always wanted to build that set.
Oh look, Chris picked one up.
Awesome.
No.
Good for you, Chris. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a but yeah, man.
So cool. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, she did mention to me that somebody that's one of our viewers. I guess she was talking about you, Chris. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome that you support her. So
But yeah, man. Excited to kind of see everybody and hang out for a little bit and you know,
yes.
just walk.
So I didn't mean to cut you off, Gabe.
Oh,
Sorry
you're
about
good.
that.
No, you're good.
So okay, so let's talk about celebration a little bit, and so we're trying to figure out. Gabe and I have some things that we were going to be doing, but would love to figure out a way to meet up somewhere. And I guess as it gets closer, we can figure that out.
Yeah.
Um, I'm sure it's going to be pretty crazy there. So look at that,
Nice.
awesome.
Thanks, Juan.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. Yeah. But yeah, it'll be good in seeing Juan and his wife, and
Yeah.
I just can't wait to see everybody, see Joseph again, and see
Yeah.
Matt and Sean, and Goofy Lee and David. It'll be good to see the clan. So
Yeah. I'm gonna pull up the Star Wars Celebration website because they haven't announced any, right? Like I don't think they've even announced
no,
the
it's
exhibitor,
weird. It's weird.
right? Let's
But it
see.
took it. So the tickets when they went back on sale, they were available all day long, and they sold out at the end of the by the end of the day they were done.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even. Let's see. Interested exhibitor manual. No, that's for yeah. That I mean, that's crazy. That it's what 2 months from now, right?
2 months, yeah,
2 months. So
yeah.
yeah, they're probably just gonna drop everything, all the guests, all this whatever celebrities are gonna be there signing. I
Hmm.
mean, just the vendors, right? Like it would be nice to know, like, all right, we know for sure Regal Robot, I know, right, is gonna be there.
Tom will be
I'm
there, yeah.
sure, right, and I'm sure Sideshow should be there. I would
Yeah,
hope.
I mean they're in California. It's not a big
Yeah,
expense for them to go.
yeah.
Um,
So Sideshow would probably be there. Who
I
knows if
know, I'm sure
EFX?
Hasbro will be
Oh
there.
yeah, and EFX too. I'm sure will be there, right? The other
Yeah.
thing, the other thing too, though, a lot of people forget that there's another convention, the D23 convention, um, that's kind of been taken over, in kind of the convention world because it's a Disney convention. So they have Marvel, Star Wars, I mean, pretty much all those licenses. And in
Mhm.
fact, there was rumors that they were going to start pulling out of San Diego Comic Con, just to kind of focus on D23.
Wow.
And D23 is I want to say in September, I think. Let me look at my tickets.
You know what, Gabe? After dinner, we went by Target.
Yeah,
Haley wanted to pick something up real quick,
yeah,
and I always just real quick go by the toys. It sucks nowadays, but
yeah.
I just went by there real briefly and didn't even see the Star Wars. And as we were walking through Haley's the girl section
Mhm.
in the kids area, there was a separate section in Target that was like the Disney, like a little Disney store within Target.
Really?
Yeah, and it had the Star Wars in there, and
Yeah,
then all the different characters, and they even had music playing.
that's
And yeah,
cool.
yeah, because our we one of the our high end malls that we have here, they have a Disney store in there, and for some reason it closed down. I don't know why.
Matt's over here trolling. The special guests are gonna be Robert Rodriguez and Ryan Johnson. Favorite,
Dude,
your favorite directors.
he's trying to piss me off. Is what he's trying to do.
That's funny.
I remember he said that before. I remember seeing that.
Yeah,
I thought he was serious.
yeah. Oh, that's funny. The HasLab Rancor is gonna. That's the one that didn't happen, right? The one
Oh
that didn't get
wow!
funded. That's funny.
Hey man, that's thanks for telling us, Jeff. Hey Jeff, the gentleman, I can't believe I'm embarrassed that right this second I can't remember his name.
Mhm.
Um, I love you too, Matt. Um, is I want to know how his health is.
Mm.
If he's pulled through. I know his health was declining. Have you heard anything? Um, but yeah, I'd really like to know. I actually reached out to Jason about that today, and he
Mm.
didn't respond. Oh,
Yeah, that's why.
oh
Yeah,
wow! No kidding.
that's probably why. Yeah, all the Disney stores here in San Diego, but one, or actually there might be two because of the outlet centers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all closed down.
Well, thanks for Sean. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, that's crazy. And then I just told you about the Target thing. I'm actually very disappointed you didn't know about that, Gabe.
I know, right?
What the hell, man, Mister
Behind on my
Busy.
Disney news. Um, Jordu's Tarkin. I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's that other convention, right? I think it's in Tennessee, right? The
Yeah.
ICCC.
Yeah. I know. Um, yeah, I don't know if I can. I'm gonna be able to make that. I really wanted to, but I just the reason that I wanted to go to that is because Anthony Daniels is going to be there, and I
Mm.
wanted to take that 3PO head that I have and have him sign it, and I don't want to be stuck in a line at Celebration, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's smart. Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's why I was thinking about. I mean, I'm not going to go to the Tennessee one, but I know a couple of our buddies are probably going to go. So I've been trying to get. I'm gonna. Well, I just hit up Ariel to for a bunch of plaques, but one is going to be the like an Ahsoka Tano signature plaque for Ashley Eckstein for my EFX lightsaber.
mm,
I definitely wanted that to go with it. So I know she's going to be there at ICCC, and I'm sure she'll be at Star Wars Celebration. But I don't want to spend time in line at Celebration. I mean,
yeah,
same as you, man.
yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, man. So
yeah. It's crazy. So, and I know a lot of the entourage guys are going to be Joseph and them are going to be in the house,
so
right?
yeah. So Armando, those Michael's having some of those right printed
Yes,
for Celebration. Yeah.
yes. If you want one, Armando, if you want, can he hit you up, Gabe?
Yeah, or Armando, or maybe yeah, either me or Michael, maybe on Instagram,
Yeah,
probably.
there you go. Yeah,
Yeah,
you have my Instagram. Yeah, hit me up because I'm gonna actually get all those ordered this next week, actually. So,
no,
yep,
cool. That'd be
yeah,
really cool, man.
yeah. And whoever made the comment about the 3X, if you're gonna be there, I can get you one in a 3X. They are more expensive, but basically I'll have them there, and you guys just pay me for them. So whatever it costs.
Oh, look at this. David just sent me. I think this is the Tarkin that they're talking about. Give me one second. Let me put it in. So my computer's weird because it only shows messages from iPhones.
What's that?
No, David texted me, but they won't go to my computer because he doesn't have. I don't think he's on an iPhone.
Mm,
Look at that.
holy crap!
Jesus Christ.
Who's that from?
Holy. Is
Is
that.
that is that Phil, David?
Let me. Jesus. That's crazy
Dude,
looking.
that you're Gabe. Come
I
on.
know. I know. I
I
know.
mean, this is your guy, you know.
I know. Jesus. Oh, this is the Jordu one.
Holy shit! I wonder what. Hey, I think is this the guy that's in J2SO, is that yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, Sean. Yeah, Sean knows. Yeah, because I Sean, remember we were looking at the Obi one, and I think he wanted like 15 to 18 grand for that. But holy crap, dude! I
Yeah,
mean,
that looks crazy. That's insane.
yeah, I think he did a Lando, Billy D. Williams, and an amazing Alec Guinness, Gabe.
Wow,
Yeah, am I right, guys?
crazy. Does anybody know anybody that has one in person, like that's
Jeez, I
ordered
don't know
one?
anybody has that one there.
Jeez. I gotta wait for Queen Studios. Yeah, but Queen Studios is not gonna. They're not gonna put Tarkin. You know, like that's not that he's obscure, like as far as a character, but I mean,
Yeah,
he's probably not the most popular, right?
yeah,
Yeah, getting a car loan for them, it's crazy,
that's pretty crazy.
crazy.
God, it looks fantastic, dude.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think Phil's is like because Sean's got a really good one. Yeah, I met a guy. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Crazy.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Jeff got that at Leah. Yeah, it's those pictures from Joseph. Joseph has that too. It's crazy.
Yeah, Sean's Tarkin looks great from Phil. I think it's a great likeness of him, and
Yeah,
it's like it's less than 3 grand.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
this one right here, dude. I mean,
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do human busts.
yeah,
Can't. I can't. Not only that, but like I think be one of those things. Like my wife would be like, "All right,
you got problems.
you're getting out of control here." It's like
That's
if
hilarious.
I haven't already, right? But
I know that's what's funny.
she's gonna be like, "What the hell? Like that's a real person in there."
Hey, so what Lee was talking about, Queen Studios, are they the ones that do a lot of the bus? I
The
mean, like,
the Marvel
okay, yeah,
ones.
yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I know Queen Studios, and it sounds like they're working on trying to get the license for Star Wars. Let me pull them up.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, they do the Superman and that beautiful Wonder
Yeah,
Woman.
yeah. So they had so PJ actually had them on his show, and they were talking about that, and they're like, well, what's new, what's coming up, and they're like, well, I mean, everyone seems to always be asking for those, and they have the license for Disney, Marvel, Warner Brothers, DC, 20th Century Fox. So it's not, I mean, it's not far fetched, for them to get the Star Wars one. I mean, I think the only thing about that is that there would be a lot of crossover, especially with, I think, with Regal Robot. I think, right? I mean, that's because
Yeah, but
EFX not really, but yeah, I think it's a totally different realm. Like I don't see, right. I mean, Tom doing like realistic looking like flesh freaking busts.
yeah, 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 she looks fantastic. Oh yeah, I remember seeing the one that Joseph got down there, dude. Oh crap! Look, they've got the new Batman guy up there. Go up.
Yeah, I saw the one
Did you see
third.
that?
Yeah, it's a 1/3 scale.
That one?
Yeah,
Oh, badass though.
but like these are crazy. I mean, just like that's a life size bust.
That's so cool, man. I was gonna go see it today, but I didn't. I still haven't seen it. Would you go see it again, Gabe, or no?
Uh, yeah, yeah. I mean, uh,
Yeah, those are badass.
yeah. Look at that Loki. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I would sit through another 3 hours again. I mean, it was good. Like if somebody was like, "Hey, man, I really want to see it, but nobody wants to go. Like, you want to go?" I would say yeah, but not like on my own. Kind of. Hey, let's
Dude,
go
that's
watch
crazy.
it. Right.
Man, they're very reasonable price.
Right.
Damn. I wonder how the materials is the uniform made out of.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
haven't either, Armando.
Yeah, I think the uniform is like cloth.
Hey Matt, if you're saying it's really good, then I don't know if I'm gonna go see it, dude. I don't know if I can go see that, Matt.
No.
You know, it's kind of like my son when he says he doesn't like pizza. It's gonna be probably pretty good pizza. Whoa, 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 whoa,
What?
whoa,
What?
whoa, whoa, whoa,
The
whoa.
anime stuff.
Dang, dude, I love that.
You're into.
Hey, what do you mean I'm into that?
I mean, like anime, anime.
Oh, okay.
I meant anime, not
Oh
like
yeah, yeah, yeah. I love that.
anime,
Yes.
anime. That's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say. Looks like Captain America's coming this soon. Um, yeah, that's really cool. I like these. Hopefully, they do get the license.
Hey, they don't do Terminator stuff, do they?
I don't think so. No, I didn't see any.
I don't even want to know.
Dude, look at this bust.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Jesus. Wow.
Yeah. Don't be scared.
Who said that?
I know.
Oh,
It'll be really cool to see Lee's setup, with his life size Iron Man, and
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, but I could only imagine the chaos that it would cause if they got the Star Wars license. It'd be like its own kind of little like sub collecting category, right?
Yeah.
It's like you got like replicas, you got studio scale, you got vintage, and then it's like you got Queen Studio busts.
I
Like
know.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, 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 no. Hey, are you going to keep your Emperor guards? I know you were up in the air whether you were going to sell those or not.
Yeah. I mean, because I have the Emperor like on the throne. It's
Yeah.
the quarter scale one.
Yeah.
I love that thing. I like just love it. And it obviously it's not complete without the two guards. But again, I mean,
The room.
I well not even the room, just like again, it doesn't fit in my collection. I want to be true to my collection,
Yeah.
but it's maybe I'll make an exception for those because they're freaking awesome. Yeah, I
Yeah.
have the quarter scale R2 and C3PO and the little BB-8. You can kind
Yeah.
of see
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
there. But I'm probably gonna get rid of those.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, unless I put them out like in the house, you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
Like,
that R2, the one that I have is R2 and 3PO. I don't know if that's the.
yeah, I think we have the same one. The one with the sand with the
Yeah. But
yeah, yeah,
I don't have BB-8 though.
yeah. I just purchased BB-8 separately and I just threw them in there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that R2 3PO is a classic.
yeah,
Like that's a piece. Like if you don't have anything, just having that's pretty damn cool.
yeah. And it displays really, really well. David just texted me that he posted some pictures on the group. Let's go take a look at them real quick. Oh, of the Tarkin. Here you go.
Very cool.
Yeah, see with the lighting, I
Yeah,
think
that one looks good there. That the other one's a little
yeah, I
different.
think the lighting is going to be a big, big, big factor.
Hell, you ought to tell David to try to sculpt you up one, dude. If anybody can do it, he can. Jeez.
All right. It's just a little too creepy for me.
All right.
That's crazy.
I would have loved the opportunity to have met him and Alec Guinness.
Yeah.
Those are two classy ass dudes that really took their profession
Yeah.
very seriously.
Oh, look at that. That's a premium format?
Hey, a Porkins bust would be badass. Oh yeah, look at that.
That's Juan that posted that.
Oh, very cool.
Did Sideshow ever make a Chewy? Is this it? This is the Chewy?
No, yeah, they did.
Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, a good one.
like with fur and everything.
Yes. Yeah,
Wow.
I've got him sitting in the cockpit.
Oh, look, David posted those pictures of
Yeah,
camp.
Matt, I know he wasn't. He took it. Yeah, exactly. You're right, Matt. He took his. He was very serious about it, but yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, these are the
That's
pics
funny.
we.
That's funny that the front is a funny car, right? It's one
Yeah,
of those
yeah,
roadsters. Like
yeah. That's
that's
exactly right.
that one pretty much stayed the same. Like
Thank you so much for sharing. By the way, I want. I would love for Eaton or somebody to make that. I would love to have that in my collection.
yeah,
I love that Y wing, the little ball in the back and stuff. It's really
Jeff
cool.
Jeff picked up that one.
Cool.
And he got his commission. He's I think he's getting his commission, right? He's getting both Han and Luke.
Very cool.
Oh yeah, there's Luke.
Yeah. Wow. Very cool. It's looking like Jeff's your room's coming together. I saw your background looking really nice, man. I bet it's nice getting that stuff all. Wow, that looks really good.
That's really good.
Oh man, it's a great sculpt.
Yeah. And there's the Han. Man, those are cool. Oh yeah, Matt got his Beast Kingdom
Very
mask.
cool.
So I have this one, but I have the Taurus Studio version that doesn't have this base. Um, this is such a cool helmet.
Yeah, that's badass. Hey, okay, whose collection room is this?
It's Matt. Matt Hess.
Oh, I didn't see that Hulk is badass.
Yeah.
Do
Oh,
you
the
see
red.
that Hulk in the background?
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, is it like the old school Hulk? Or
I
no, no,
don't know. I can't tell.
looks like it's a comic.
Yeah. That'd be cool to have like a third skill incredible Hulk. That'd be neat.
Yeah. Because Logan started working on some busts.
Man, it's looking fantastic.
That's cool.
Who's this?
Logan Guerrero.
Cool. Man, I love that stormtrooper, the sand trooper. Did you see him in the background?
Oh, look at this. Have you seen this that Jose posted? So he's been
No.
working. He's been working. Actually, it's gonna go to YouTube, but I think he posted pictures. He posted.
I saw that.
Yeah, is Gentle Giant?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wish they'd be working on the jumbos. Be cool if they had jumbo at Celebration.
You gotta make another phone call, Michael.
Oh, I'm gonna see them in person, bro. I just hope they're there. Oh, what is that?
A 6 scale, 2MB.
Oh, Joel. How do they do that centerpiece? I wonder. Izzy would know. Wow. What a beautiful job.
Yeah,
I've got the Gentle Giant one, but it's the toy.
yeah. Now this one's the 1/6 scale.
Yeah, that's badass.
Got some of the Haas tauntauns.
Yeah, that's cool. I haven't even displayed the open belly one that Joel did for me.
No,
No, I've got so many things that need to be
here
displayed.
this is the helmet that I ordered with Ben.
Very cool. In the works, huh?
Yeah. He's working on this one. Yeah, I think he's just waiting for the rest of the casts.
Very cool.
Efren. Oh, did you watch? I actually watched this. Thanks for posting that, Marcel. I watched this. I don't remember when I did. I think maybe 2 days ago. I was just like sitting there and just knocked it out. It's
What
so.
is it?
It's just a documentary about kind of George Lucas and how he ended up selling, the franchise to Disney.
Where's it?
It's
That's cool.
it's a really cool one. And look at it, Brad is actually in it. Actually, let's look for him. So Brad is at 541.
Brad.
Yeah, yeah. Brad Fife.
Actions from moviegoers. The
Right
Last
here.
Jedi Star.
Let's look for Brad right here. I hope I didn't offend him by when I played that that comic dog the insult.
This is the movie event of the decade. That's why we're here, all of us.
When you watch Star Wars and when Luke Skywalker looks out into the sunset, you want to be in his place, you know?
And that's what's really amazing. There are new generations of Star Wars fans. These guys, half of them weren't even born before the original came out. Are you guys psyched to see this movie or what?
It was amazing. It was everything I thought it was going to be and more. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
God, I'd put my feet up if I could.
So I guess that's Brad right there doing that interview.
That's
He
cool.
was out there just screaming, yelling. When Lucasfilm logo came up and 20th Century Fox came up, that was the best.
But most film critics.
And that's funny. Right?
So you think that dog will be at Celebration?
Which the
That was hilarious,
yeah.
dude. I don't think I've laughed that hard in my whole life.
dude, that dog's freaking hilarious.
Hey, so where can we watch that, Gabe? The Lucas thing?
I'll send you the link.
Okay.
Oh, here's the K2SO that he's been working on. Just priming it and getting it ready.
Whose is that?
Jose Gonzalez.
Very cool, Jose. That's badass.
Yeah. Logan Guerrero got his Tuscan bust. Oh, well, speaking of Tuscans, let me look for. There's Jeff's
Oh, cool.
room starting to take shape.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh yeah, David picked up this.
I saw that. That's really nice.
It's crazy, right?
He probably has it all broke down. He's probably rebuilding it.
I know, right? He's like repainting it. It's like, I'm not happy with the paint. Yeah, that's really cool.
You know what I still want to watch, man, and I haven't, is the Darth Vader thing. I'm Your Father or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Have you seen it, Gabe?
That's a good one. Yeah, I watched it. I watched it when it kind of they first released.
I wish I knew how. Nobody can ever tell me how I can.
I watched it on Amazon Prime, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think it's there. I get Juan's display, his life-size display. Really cool stuff.
Yeah, that is cool. Wonder how Chewie's doing.
The bunker bombs, Jeff. No, but I want to show you. Have you seen David's latest artwork that he's working on?
No.
The Tuscan one?
No.
Dude, it's coming out so cool. Watch me. I guess we got to find him.
Look at Matt's Ion. He's doing a great job on that.
Here we go. Look.
Bro, David.
Yeah, he's doing this Tuscan. And again, all from scratch, pretty much. Like he's just doing it from his head.
No comment. That's David. It's great work.
That's insane.
Yeah, I actually would love to have that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Beautiful.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah. And knowing David, I mean, he gets into the details, so I'm
Yeah.
sure that thing's gonna be like crazy when he finishes it. Cool. And Matt's working on his
Yep.
bass.
Yeah, me and him been collaborating back and forth. It's really cool. He's doing a good job. He's really taking his time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's taking his
He was
time.
telling us he did that little opening and he put a little crane, I think, right? That he had. Like a little military crane in there.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. That's really
Yeah.
cool. I know I talked him into doing that little door because he had a cave opening. I'm like, dude, you ought to do like the actual doors. And he
Yeah.
did it, I guess, out of styrene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and Joel's whipped out some badass little detail pieces for both me and Matt. I love those the little things, man. It's really cool.
Yeah. Oh man. But
But
yeah.
yeah,
Anything else?
man, I don't, not really, man. I'd like to know everybody who's actually going to celebration. Um, make a little list, of how many people are going to be there and stuff. It's going to be cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm really curious who's going to be there, though, Gabe, when it comes to,
Yeah.
Mark Campbell. Oh, excuse me,
Oh
Mark
yeah. All
Campbell.
the people that are gonna sign or
Yeah, I'm
be there.
sure. Um, uh, McGregor and
Yeah. Hayden
Hayden.
Christensen.
Yeah, they'll be there. So
Yeah, I'm
I would
sure.
love to hang out with you and know him and go ride motorcycles with that guy. He's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm excited. It'll get here faster than we know it. Like
I
it'll
know.
just speed up. Um, Next Saturday is my birthday, and
Oh,
I'm gonna be going to a concert with my wife. It's like a little like beer garden kind of concert and all that.
very
So me and
cool.
you got to talk. We got to chat about the show next week and see
Yeah,
what we
yeah.
can do.
Yeah, no problem.
But yeah, or you might have to kick it off, and then I might just jump on
Yeah.
when
You
we
may
come
have to
back.
do it. I'll do it.
The concert starts early, so I might be back before then.
Mhm.
But yeah,
No problem. If
birthday.
not, we'll all hang. We're good. We're
Oh
all
yeah,
good.
face to face. There. Oh, Sean, are you going to that concert? Yeah, face to face. No effects. Pennywise. All these like punk bands.
Never heard of him.
Yeah.
Why are
um,
you laughing?
yeah, I mean, I didn't expect you to have heard of them. They're
Yeah, I
just
know, right?
yeah, yeah, they're
Exactly, man.
no,
I'm
yeah.
like Willie Nelson and Merle Haggard
Oh yeah, no, these
and Air
guys.
Supply and Barry Manilow and I don't want to get the viewers going though because they're going to start making fun of me again.
Yeah.
Mike Cavaricci's and you know.
Armando's a Pisces. See, I think I don't know what I thought I was an Aries. I'm not really like I don't really follow that stuff, but I thought I was an Aries.
Hey, but you don't know,
I mean, I always just said I was an Aries because that's just what I thought. Let me Google it real quick.
bro. You don't know what your sign is. You don't know. Like I'm a Scorpio, bro.
I mean, I think because I'm on the borderline of like,
Is that why?
let me see. First go. Let's see. March 26th. Where do I look? Let's see. Aries. Let's see. Aries says that it's
Scott, I was having dinner and this guy was playing this deal in the Mexican restaurant, and he had this little like whatever you call the piano thing that you have, and he was playing all kinds of different kick-ass music, and it made me think about you, Scott. I hope you're doing well, man. Me and you haven't had a chance to.
yeah, no, I'm an Aries. Yeah, for sure. So March 21st to April 19th. So
There you go.
There you go. Yep. That's so funny. Are you into that, Michael? Are you like
Not at all. But bro, I'm a Scorpio.
Let's see what it says about me, and I'm gonna check what it says about you. Let's see.
All right, let you.
Let's see if it matches what our
Oh
person.
yeah,
Well,
no,
let's look at yours first. It's Scorpio.
that's funny.
This is funny. All right, let's see. Scorpios are mysterious because they are profound thinkers, secretive, passionate, and constantly a step away from the public. Scorpios quiet matches the lethal scorpion, which symbolizes their sign. Ooh.
Boom.
Let's see. I want to find a bigger one, like one that has more.
Yeah, Scorpios hates Spaceballs.
Yeah, right. All right.
You're awesome, dude.
It says you're controlling.
Yeah,
Is
you're
that
awesome.
true? You're controlling.
I don't know. I mean,
No?
I don't think so.
Says you love sex. You're very physical.
That's true. Um,
They don't do casual. They're super intense. I mean, your
I wish
collection
Denise was
room.
in here right now because the controlling part. I don't think I'm controlling.
Sometimes this
Hey,
fierce. Yeah.
let me go ask right
Hey,
now.
hold on. Let's see here. But sometimes let's see. You're persistent.
Yes, that
They're
I am.
they're relentless. Seriously, give Scorpio a meaningful and positive purpose, and they could change the world. There's no stopping them. Self doubt, recriminations,
Man, that thing knows
lack of
what.
confidence. This is alien to them. So yeah, it just says
God,
that
that's a
you're
big thing.
confident, you're strategic, you're loyal,
I
fearless,
am
curious.
loyal.
Yeah.
Hey, babe. There you are. Hey, do you think I'm controlling?
Yes.
I've got 100 people listening to us right now. Am I controlling?
Controlling like how?
Controlling. I'm a Scorpio, and it says controlling. I don't think I'm controlling. You're controlling. I'm not talking to you, Haley.
Oh man,
All right. Yeah, no.
that's funny.
Yeah, no. Okay, what does yours say, Gabe?
Let's see what mine says.
You like to go to the parks.
No, I'm spontaneous. Yeah, no way. Spontaneous and courageous. They have a sense of adventure and love to explore. They're determined, bold, good at initiating new projects. That's 100% me. They
Yeah.
have high energy and can initiate quick actions. I am very like that. I'm like, all right, if we're gonna do this, let's do this. Boom, like let's go. So that's kind of right.
Kind of right.
Let's see, I mean that's right. That's it. Aries loves to be number one, so it's no surprise that these audacious rams are the first sign of the zodiac. Bold, ambitious, Aries drives headfirst into even the most challenging situations. Like their fellow fire signs, Leo and Sagittarius, Aries is a passionate, motivated, and confident leader who builds a community with a cheerful disposition and relentless determination. Is that me? Uncomplicated and direct in their approach. They often get frustrated and exhausted. They often get frustrated by exhaustive detail and unnecessary nuisances.
And they love Taco Bell.
They like things quick and dirty. A temperament is also reflected in their.
That's true. That's true.
Aries is a cardinal sign. It kicks on blah blah. I don't know, man. I'm ruled by Mars.
Bad at
Sure. Yeah, that's me.
Oh, that's great.
That's bad at multitask. Yeah, Lee. Every single time that he calls me, he like immediately could tell if I'm doing something else because.
Oh, I can too.
Yeah,
me too. It's rude, actually. I'll be in full conversation and you completely blow me off. I'm like, all right, dude, gotta go.
That's funny.
Well, it's kind of sad though. Yours doesn't say anything about you liking sex. So I'm the guy that keeps the multiplication going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, mine says that I like things quick and dirty. a temperament also reflected in their sexual pro- proclivities.
Whoa.
Fast,
That was funny.
fast and dirty. Let's.
All right, go. Okay,
All
go
right.
ask Andy real quick. We're all waiting.
All right.
Don't be scared.
Yeah, see, I mean, this is kind of me. They're like Aries leads with blind optimism, barreling through life with electric joy de vivre, like with I guess being happy with life, with that perfectly complements their distinctive impulsivity. I'm very impulsive. I'm 100% that.
Yeah.
Bad at yes. He started the Falcon.
I know. Sorry. Giving me a headache.
Man. But yeah, there's a lot of people that are all into that, man.
Yeah, it's funny. It blew my mind that you did not know what your sign was just now. That was really surprising, actually.
That what?
Not knowing what your sign is.
Well, no, I mean, I thought I was an Aries. Like, I mean, that's just what I've always known.
Yeah.
But I know there was a couple years ago, they shifted the dates. And I remember that because I remember talking to a coworker about that because both me and him were Aries. And I just remember him saying something like, "Oh, like you're not an Aries anymore." I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
Because like I guess the dates kind of shifted or something. I don't know. There was some weird thing.
Well, you take care, Kelvin. That's funny though.
Yeah, man.
Well, listen, Gabe,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed our interview with Sierra, and see,
Sorry,
this is the multitasking thing we were.
No, my wife is.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. She's
funny.
like, come on. She's giving me the wrap it up thing. What? Okay, bring it down. Oh, right now? No. All right. Yeah.
So, who would you say is controlling in your side of the field?
I know, right?
No, but
we have a little old doggy that's kind of in bad health. So we gotta go take care of that, buddy.
Well, listen, just wanted to say, to all of our viewers and our friends, because thank you so much for another Saturday. I love you guys so much. And Gabe, great interview, man. I was really glad that we were able to get Sierra on the show and discuss Colin's, history. It was really a lot of fun. So,
yeah, man, absolutely. It was great, man. But yeah, all right, guys. Well, thank you everybody for joining us another Saturday.
Yes,
and great hanging out with you, Mike.
Always, Gabe. Always have a good night. Good night, everybody. We'll talk very soon. We'll see you next Saturday.
Yep.
All right.
See you guys.
All right. Good.